Good evening, everybody. I see several of you are already watching. Got one watching on the simulcast on Tortoise Overland channel and 12 watching over here on HamShackTV. Starting the stream a little early, or at least getting the crowd going a little early. Please share this stream out, especially if you know anybody that's going to be participating in Winter Field Day. We've got some important weather information to pass along at the start of the stream. So get the stream shared out. Let's get as many people watching as we can. It's going to be a great show tonight. We're going to have a lot of fun talking about building your dream ham radio shack. So stick around. We'll get started here in just a couple minutes. Again, see 15 folks watching. Appreciate y'all joining us tonight. Please share out this link. Get as many people watching as we possibly can. Got some important weather information and Winter Field Day information coming at the top of the broadcast. So if you know somebody participating in Winter Field Day, please get them to be watching this here in just a couple of minutes. Also, going to have a cool topic tonight talking about building your dream Radio Shack. And I know I'm not talking about the store, but I think we'd all like to have a Radio Shack store. If we ever had any retail belief in ourselves, I think that'd be a fun franchise to be a part of. Stick around. About a minute and a half, we'll get this thing fired up. Hit that thumbs up. Get the stream shared out. Let's get some folks in here. See you in a minute. All right, folks, my clock says it is now 01 UTC, Zulu, Zed, whatever you want to call it. I still haven't seen Gray Mampota get in the chat yet and say trucker clock, so I guess I beat him to it tonight. Let's light this candle, shall we? Good evening, everybody. Welcome to HamShackTV Live. I'm your host, Josh, AA4WX. Appreciate you tuning in, whether you're tuning in on HamShackTV or one of our simulcast channels. I see 3 of you watching on Tortoise Overland, 1 of you watching on Hillbilly Dave's channel. Appreciate y'all being here tonight. Make sure you smack that thumbs up button down below, as well as hit that subscribe button if you're new here. We appreciate all the subscriptions. We may hit 11,000 subscribers on tonight's stream, so we'll just have to see how all that turns out. It's been rapidly climbing, and a lot thanks to Chris Bowden and Physics Duck over there. That's really giving the channel a boost. So please hit the subscribe button, thumbs up button on whatever channel you're watching on. We appreciate you being here. Tonight's episode is brought to you by World Radio League. You see, I've got my proud shirt on. Appreciate them for sending that to me as a Christmas gift. Folks, if you're interested in a great logging software, check out my friends at World Radio League. I think you're going to like what you find. Very, very interactive, very fun to play with. They've also got contesting modes, and especially with Winter Field Day this weekend, you're going to have a blast with it. So go check them out, worldradioleague.com. And if you use my coupon code HamShackTV, you get 10% off any paid memberships. But you know what's great about World Radio League is you don't have to pay for it to try it out. They've got a free version of it. A lot of other cool features come in the paid version, though. So go check them out, worldradioleague.com. Tell them I sent you by typing in coupon code HamShackTV. Appreciate their support of HamShackTV. All right, let's dive in. We got a lot to talk about here to starting out the show tonight. Wanted to give a weather briefing here. That's not the look that I want. Let's do that so it's a little bigger. We've got a major winter storm coming to the southeast United States and parts of the Midwest, as well as the Mid-Atlantic region. And this is happening during Winter Field Day. So I am very, very concerned about some safety issues with this. Let me preface this by saying no contest is worth risking your lives. So please use common sense when it comes to your Winter Field Day plans this week. So we're taking a look at the American model. This is from the website Pivotal Weather. I like to use this for looking at the models. And we're looking here at the whole continental United States. You see here off the coast of California here, just southwest of Los Angeles and San Diego, we see a low pressure center forming, and that's what's going to be feeding this. We'll scroll ahead in time here, and you can see as low pressure starts to move east, we start to see moisture breaking out over northern Mexico, southern New Mexico, Texas, and some down in the Gulf. And you see as that low pressure starts to make its way across northern Mexico, it's starting to pick up the moisture straight out of the Gulf. Now, your moisture and your winds come counterclockwise around the low, so that's why the Gulf of Mexico is feeding all this moisture into this system. Now you see all these tight lines here. This is your isobars, and the tighter those lines are together, the stronger the winds are. So we're going to be seeing some wind issues. We're seeing some mixed bag of some sleet, as well as some freezing rain down, I guess this is Midland. I don't know Texas geography very well. We'll just say northwest of the Metroplex there. And then you got snow breaking out over parts of Oklahoma, the panhandle of Texas, as well as New Mexico. We move ahead another 6 hours in time, and we see this really start to take shape. You see quite a bit of snow falling over northern Arkansas, Joplin, Missouri. Hey, we know some folks in Joplin, Missouri, don't we? Kansas, really just kind of bombing out there. And as of this is valid as Saturday at 06 UTZ, so that's going to be just past midnight Eastern time. We move forward in time a little bit further. I don't like how their website navigates this time quite a bit, but we're going to continue scrolling in. Again, we start to see more mixed precipitation over northern Mississippi and southern Tennessee there, with snow breaking out to the north part of Tennessee up into Kentucky and northern parts of Arkansas, southern Missouri as well. Moving forward in time, you see those deep blue snows. You're seeing heavy snow falling in Nashville and southern Kentucky, while here in the Knoxville area, we're seeing a mixed bag of precipitation. Moving forward in time, we can see here in East Tennessee, it swaps over to freezing rain. And folks, this is what panics me a little bit. Freezing rain is probably You might think, the most dangerous is tornadoes and hurricanes and things like that. In my opinion, the most dangerous weather is freezing rain, because everything outside will be coated with a pretty good amount of ice. So everything is a solid sheet of ice. You can't walk in it, can't drive your car in it, anything like that. Even four-wheel drives will have an issue driving in ice. So very, very alarming. We move forward in time a little more, and we see it does shift over to rain in East Tennessee. However, we still got the frozen mix of precipitation back in West Tennessee. Some of the rain snow line has also moved north, so you're getting into a mix in southeast Kentucky, and still seeing snow along the Ohio River. Moving forward in time, you see the low pressure is right around Columbus, Georgia, with still moisture coming in on the back side of the storm, and then it starts to kick out to sea late Sunday night, early Monday morning, we'll put it that way, with still snow flurries and snow showers breaking out across the northern Appalachian Mountains. All right, enough of that. That's a pretty decent look at it. Let's hone in a little bit and take a look at some of the totals that we may see. Again, this is the GFS. This is the American model. Let me change modes to winter weather. And we're going to first talk about snow. How much snow are we going to get? So that puts us all the way out to the end of the storm. You see, this basically is Interstate 40 and northward, where you're going to be seeing the most snow. Kentucky, northern Arkansas, eastern Oklahoma, West Virginia, all these places. You're in for it. You're in for a very, very large snow. It is appearing. I'm not sure where this is. Maybe Jackson, Kentucky, 17 inches of snow. Back towards Richmond, Kentucky, you're seeing about 18 inches, so on and so forth. So that's one model. Let's go back to the one I'm most concerned about, and that would be the freezing rain. And looky there. Athens, Tennessee, you're seeing about 0.8 of an inch of ice. And folks, it doesn't take much ice to cause problems. 0.8 of an inch is about that. Imagine that thickness worth of ice coating your car, your sidewalk, your street. Yeah, you're not going to be able to drive on that. So this is very concerning. Northern Georgia, I think this is an anomaly, but they're showing 3 inches of ice around Cleveland, Georgia area. I think that's a little overpainted. Let's take a look at one other opinion on this, and then we'll get Marvin in here to talk about Winter Field Day. Let's take a look at the snowfall. This is the European model, the Euro as some people call it. And we scroll out in time here. Okay, so this is completely changed where we might see some snow setting, or at least a measurable snow up here. This is showing a swath of snow greater than a foot along the Ohio River up towards Dayton and Cincinnati and Huntington, West Virginia, Marshall University, all that area, and then also into southern Pennsylvania there. But it also keeps, Knoxville a little freer of the snow, and Nashville only with 2.8 inches of snow. But unfortunately, I'm not able to see the freezing rain potential on the Euro model because the Europeans want money. And I ain't going to pay for that. Sorry. Give me some super chats if y'all want me to pay for it. But anyway, where there's the absence of snow, you're going to have frozen precipitation right there for sure. And we'll depict that on the on this, show you what that looks like. See all that pink? That's all frozen. That's ice, freezing rain, sleet, that kind of thing. The good thing about the Euro, though, is it's trying to convert this over to rain in East Tennessee and eastern Kentucky. So maybe that might mitigate some of this. Here's what I want you to do at the end of the day. I can show you models all day long, but the fact of the matter is, if you're anywhere from, let's say, Indianapolis all the way down to Atlanta, maybe Montgomery, Alabama, parts of Mississippi, folks over in Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma, and parts of Texas, you need to be paying attention to this. Go ahead and have a plan ready. I want you to think about backup communications, because if you're got all that ice out there, there's a good chance you're going to lose power, and maybe even cell phone towers go down. I don't know. But think about backup communications. Think about an alternate heating source. Maybe you've got a fireplace. That's great. Use your brain with that fireplace, of course. Wood-burning stoves are good, things like that. But have an alternate way of having being able to stay warm, keep your family warm, and that kind of thing. And then also, milk and bread alert, folks. Go get your milk and the bread. You need to make your milk and bread sandwiches. I know here in East Tennessee, a lot of our stores have already been cleaned out of milk and bread, so best of luck to you. But tomorrow, if you can, get out to the grocery store and get what you need, because you may be stuck for a few days, if we're being completely honest with it. So, all right, let's talk about Winter Field Day and the impacts of this winter storm on Winter Field Day. We'll bring in one of the head honchos of Winter Field Day, our own Marvin, W0MET. What's up, buddy?
Hey, good, Josh. Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you letting me have a couple of the minutes of the platform here to talk about this, and hopefully we've got a fair number of people watching. But it's one of those things that I'm hoping this will get shared out even more, and we're doing everything we can on our social media to kind of help push out a lot of safety messages along the way as well. We've had a lot of people start to cancel their Winter Field Day plans and events. I saw somebody in the chat say, yeah, our club's canceled our Winter Field Day plan. So while let me address that first, and we'll come back to the safety side. So while your club or you may have other plans that you're going to be outdoors, or you're going to be operating, mobile or something, and now you're going to be at home operating, you can still, you still can stick up that wire antenna. You can still operate from home, and you may not be able to complete your objectives, but you can still participate in Winter Field Day from a home perspective. So don't think just because your club canceled or you got to be inside now because of weather and the significance of the storm coming to the southeast that you can't participate. So I want to make sure people say, well, I guess I'm just out. I'm not going to do anything. So you can still be 100% active for sure, like a newer or N3WER ham radio arm Rosetta. So I think that's great in the chat. So then now let's go back to the safety part of this. So, I put a message out earlier this week, and our first thing is, yes, no contact is ever worth losing your life over. It's just not worth it in the end. And for people that are going to be out operating, that's, we can do it. We got it, this, that, next thing. We want to make sure you got plenty of heat, first of all, because you may be stuck out there for a day or something additional. If you get stuck in lots of snow and they just can't get to you, whatever, or you're pretty remote, if you're up in a hillside or something, you could, definitely get stuck. So make sure you got plenty of food and heat with you to help survive. We don't want someone losing a life over this because they got stuck in a blizzard or something. Or if you're getting to that point, just cancel your operations and get out of there. You can always come back after equipment later. If you need to go, you need to go. For people who are going to be traveling with the ice, like Josh said, I don't care if you got forward drive or not, you're not going anywhere. You're ending up in the ditch, and we don't want you going off the side of a cliff or down, hurting yourself or your vehicles, either one. So we are making sure we push safety from the get-go on all of this, because we understand the significance of this storm that is coming through, and we want to make sure that our operations are not going to think somebody they have to do it. This is completely obviously voluntary on your side, and we always want to make sure people are being safe. No matter whether they're doing a summer POD activation or they're doing a Winter Field Day activation, but we do want you to make sure you're safe across the board, and we want everybody to come out well on this. So we'll continue to monitor. We'll continue to put out a couple messages, and the other thing is, I've also been thinking about this perspective of it is, make sure you got plenty of gas for your generators and things like that as well, because you also may need to conserve this for your own well-being at your house or wherever you're staying, your cabin, whatever you might have, because if you do lose power for a day or two, you need to make sure you got plenty of your own supplies, your own battery backups to power your phone, whatever else you need, your clocks, maybe a refrigerator. So you need to make sure you got plenty of power for all that as well. So, do conserve yourself, make sure you've got plenty of that out there. If you got a solar panel, make sure it's, maybe working, but don't have it out because it's going to probably get covered in ice. So, but at least have it available after the fact. You can always still have it back there to start provide some power back to you in some form, whether it's, for powering your phone or just a radio or something. So you can at least get local weather, get local information, still talk to somebody if you need to. If you got stranded or you need help of assistance, that you've conserved your battery enough to be able to make that contact along the way. So those are our kind of main primary talking points at this point, and we just want to make sure everyone is being safe across the board. So that is good to have. So I just want everybody to be safe, and I just wish everyone the best of Winter Field Day. If you can operate, that's great, but again, you don't have to be outside to do it. Obviously this is a Winter Field Day event, but when these conditions are coming around the southeast, for those that are down in that corner of the country, we understand you guys just aren't prepped for that. They don't have big snow plows and lots of salt and everything for people to get around, and we want everybody to be safe. So if they're getting, it's supposed to be minus 40 in Minnesota too, and so it's going to be really chilly there as well. So they may not want to be out operating either because it's so damn cold. You can literally get frostbite, pretty quick in those type of temperatures. So, it's not just the southeast that we're kind of worried about here. We also have the very far northlands that are going to have some extreme dangerous temperatures and cold weather coming, and that can happen very quickly.
I'm going to share something else here. I want y'all to take a look at here. I've got to change my my source here, but I'm glad you brought up our friends up in the upper Midwest because dangerous situation evolving for those folks up here. This is weather.gov, the National Weather Service, folks.
Yeah.
And you see all the pinks here. These are all winter storm warnings. These kind of tealish, gray or greenish colors. That's winter storm watches. Those will likely change to winter storm warnings. But talking about our friends up Northern Plains and Northern Midwest, all these deep blues up here, that is an extreme cold warning.
Yeah.
So we're talking dangerously cold temperatures and wind chills. I saw tonight on the local news, they were showing a national map of the temperatures and the feels like. Bismarck, North Dakota at 6 o'clock Eastern time tonight, the feels like temperature was minus 37. So,
okay. Yeah. I think Minneapolis was calling for minus 40. So that's what I saw on this evening news myself. So that's what I'm saying. It's got to be them as well, that we're not just worried about what's happening down here in Georgia and Tennessee and Kentucky and Ohio. We're also worried about what's happening in the very far north with extreme temperatures that are much colder than normal. So the thing is, people say, well, can you cancel it, or we can certainly cancel it, but we don't really want to do that because there's still people that can't operate. Could we move it out a week? Sure, we probably could. But the problem is there's people who have reservations at parks and buildings that they've scheduled to be rented for that weekend or something, like a community center and things like that, or a church. And so they've got all these already pre-scheduled arrangements to do that. And so it's not really practical for us to be able to either cancel it or move it out a week or something like that. So it could be happening another time. So it's just either you can do what you can do, or you have to try and do the best you can from home or indoors of some sort.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Any other thoughts before we move forward into the main topic of the night there?
No, I just again, we really do want everybody to be safe and wish everybody the best of luck through Winter Field Day. And I also encourage you to maybe not everybody does hey, one mobile Minnesota, or one mobile Kentucky, or one outdoors Kentucky, whatever it might be. They do the exchange, but maybe as part of your exchange, talk a little bit about the weather. Make it a little bit more than that. Make it a little bit more conversation than just doing the quick exchange. Just to see what other people's weathers are, and go from there. And I like what Mike said, and that's the other thing, is that you can't reschedule emergency. And so that is part of we had that discussion last night too. One of my board members brought that up, is like, you can't reschedule that. So it's like, that's a good point. And so that's why we he mentioned that last night too. And I should have said something about that a minute ago, but thank you, Mike, for reminding me of that. But that's why we can't really cancel or reschedule somewhere. But we wish everybody the best of luck and want everybody to be safe. So.
And it is what it is, and you've got to be fair to all the folks across the country. I mean, yes, this is impacting a very, very large portion of the country, but when
millions of people, yes.
When we look at this map, I mean, the extreme southeast of Alabama and Georgia and Florida, they're not going to have to deal with this. And then you look out the West Coast, nothing really. So
Nope.
you can't ruin the fun for everybody just for a portion of the country, unfortunately. But
Exactly. Yep,
just use folks. Just use common sense. You know, don't take any risks for this event. Definitely participate. If you can participate at home, do it.
Absolutely.
You'll have your coffee and your hot chocolate nearby. You won't have to do any big setup. You got your HF rig on the desk. Set it up and let her fly.
Even as the president of Winter Field Day, I will be operating indoors. In my garage. Or off my back porch. It's kind of a 3-season porch with a heater. I'll be working indoors as well. So, because I'm expected to get 12 to 18 inches on Sunday, Monday. So, in the Northeast and Massachusetts here. So, absolutely.
All right. Well, good deal. Everybody use common sense and check out absolutely. Check out World Radio League 2 for the logging. You can use other logging applications, of course, but we like World Radio League around here, so go check them out for your logging the field day activity there. Let's bring everybody in here, and they've been patiently waiting in the back room for the longest time.
They have.
And we've got let's see here. We've got a special guest tonight. K8KAZ's in the house. Levi. Appreciate him coming by.
How you doing?
Hey, Levi.
We are excited to share his shack with the stream. So
Hey, Andy.
Appreciate him being here. Dave's here. Super Dave. Hillbilly Dave, whatever you want to call him. I'm getting feedback from somebody. I don't know who it is. But
Yep.
It's all right. We'll figure it out. I don't hear it now. Tim, Gray Man Pota's in the house. Good to see Tim with us once again. And, of course, we were just talking about World Radio League, but Andy's here as well.
Good after evening, noon, everyone. Glad to see everybody. I came in here. I'm super pumped. We're getting 7 to 14 inches of snow, and I come in here, and Josh and Marvin are all Debbie Downer about the situation. But anyway, I'm excited. So if you're in that camp, you're my people. You know who you are.
You tell them, Andy. I tell them.
I was all about the snow when it was a snow forecast, but when they started throwing ice on top of us, that's a problem. That's
of course,
a big
I
problem.
get excited about that too, but that's yeah. This is Winter Field Day we're discussing. I mean, somebody in the comments said it really well. You can't reschedule an emergency, so that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Any thoughts from you, Levi, Super Dave, Tim, Andy, about the winter storm and what we were just talking about?
Always be careful. Always be safe, right? You need to put common sense in front of everything else. So it's like the golfers who go out and chase their golf ball in the lake in Florida, and then get bit by an alligator, right? Don't get bit by an alligator just trying to make a contact or two. But
Right.
Marvin, I was thinking when you were talking, maybe a suggestion for next year's exchange would be to include the temperature.
So we had, it's kind of funny when we mentioned that. This is like the second or third time now in the last week I've heard this. And I guess when like 2007 and maybe 2010-ish, when Winter Field Day first started, that was part of the exchange.
Okay.
And so somewhere along the way, long before I took it over in 22, that got dropped off. But someone mentioned that earlier this week in Discord or something like that. And you know, you've mentioned it again now too. So we maybe we'll bring that back for next year. It's 20 years of Winter Field Day next year, so maybe we'll bring that back as part of the exchange.
There you go.
You're talking about the golfer going after their ball and the thing down in Florida in the swamps and stuff. The first thing I thought you were going to say is the golfer out there playing in the middle of lightning.
Well, that happens too. that happens too.
Florida, fun fact for y'all, Florida has the most deaths by lightning. So that's why that came in my mind.
So Central Florida, Tampa Bay is the lightning capital of the world. There's more lightning strikes there than anywhere else in the world.
Well, think about it. It rains there almost every day, literally almost every day. So that makes perfect sense.
2 p.m.
Yeah, absolutely.
2 p.m. every day.
Set your watch by it.
Absolutely.
Let's grab the chat real quick, see who's all with us here. I'm a little late doing that. I should have done that off the top of the show. Let's see here. El Trisher, one of the others here. Good to see them. Let's see here. Gary Graham's in the house. Somebody's a goat. I don't know who that might be. Let's see here. Mike, KE9DSK. Good to see Mike.
He might be referring to me, but I am the goat wrangler. I'm not the goat.
There you go.
But you know what, Josh? I have to agree with Sean. He's watching over on my channel. There's something wrong with Andy.
There's a lot wrong with Andy. Oh, goodness.
It's the same.
Let's see here. Anybody else in the chat? There's 39 of you watching. Appreciate everybody being here tonight. Katie Allen. Hi, Levi. I love your smile. Ooh,
that's my wife trying to embarrass me there.
Okay.
Nice.
A plant, clearly.
Your
We have a
trying to
mole in the
embarrass you?
chat. We have a mole in the chat.
We do.
I was gonna say that maybe somebody was trying to get him in trouble.
No. Fortunately, that's my wife.
Let's see here. Ham Hats by AI4NW. I have no affiliation with him, guys, but he's makes some really cool hats. So go check him out. N3WER's in the house. Good to see you. Let's see here. Anybody else that I have not caught? Colin. We are international night. Colin and VK is with us. Good to see him. Let's see here. Scrolling up. KE8 UFIs here. What were you going to say, Marvin?
I was going to say, I'm waiting for that. Oh my gosh, the hat guy, his call sign. He had a tan hat at one point, and somehow at Dayton last year, I lost my tan hat. It's got the American flag on one side of it, and I'm waiting for that to ever come back in stock, but I don't think it's going to. I'm just going to have to go order another hat from him. But he does have awesome hats. It's got the raised embroidery on it.
Mm-hmm.
I did a video way back in the day on that hat with him. And it's super cool. So, yeah, go order hats from him. You can find them on Etsy all day long.
You know, Marvin, I think I saw that for sale in the swap section on QRZ.
You probably did. Probably over in the tailgate section, yeah.
There it is.
Roger McKeon's in the house. Good to see them. Eric McCord. We all know Eric McCord, one of the founders of Winterfield Day. Our club canceled the Winterfield Day event. I can confirm that as well. My club has canceled the Winterfield Day event as well. Anybody else? I think we're pretty well.
Several around us that have canceled as well.
Yeah. Bingo JM, KD2 UDR. And I think we're all caught up. So cool. All right, topic of tonight is building our dream station, our dream shack. But I think before that, I think a lot of people would say Levi already has a dream shack. So you want to share with us what you got there?
I'm working on it. So a quick little background is I got my technician in the end of April. So I'm real new to this all still. I got general in the end of September there, and now I'm studying for the extra. Hoping to do the extra by April, but we'll see how it goes time-wise with work and everything. But yeah, I've been working on a shack, building on a shack. It's been seen a couple places before, and I'm not quite sure how to share on here.
Okay, down at the bottom, you see...
Yep.
You see a plus button.
Mm-hmm.
If you click on that, you'll have share screen or share a video file, image file.
Okay,
Like that.
gotcha.
You have to turn your permissions on.
That,
And while we're waiting on Levi to get that shared, Michael is with us.
Hold on. Let me.
He's sitting on the floor for some reason.
Yeah, real men smell like diesel. I love the. If there's one thing I hate about New England, it's fuel oil.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, here we go. Let's take a look at what Levi's got there. That's just amazing.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So I took this a few days ago. Yeah, I'm building a midlife crisis is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy a Corvette. I'm not going to buy a Harley. So this is what I'm buying. This is my midlife crisis. To start out with the desk, I built it all from parts from Home Depot. It's butcher block countertop and shelves. I've got gas pipe for legs and holding up the shelf there and everything.
Black iron, baby.
Right? Yeah, I love it.
Hey, Levi,
Yeah.
did you put your shack on the Northeastern Hams?
I think it
Roast
was.
my shack picture?
I sure did.
He did.
I thought it looked familiar.
Yeah.
Yep.
He did a great video on this a couple weeks ago as well on his YouTube channel. So go check out and subscribe to K8KAZ. He's kind of a new channel started, and he's got another great video. He well produced for being somebody fairly new on ham radio here. He produced a great video on the SP9000 speaker on fixing the replacements for that. So go check out his channel.
You know, I do notice there's one major thing missing from this setup, though.
I see.
Computer.
You don't have World Radio League pulled up.
I do. I have on several pictures. I just picked the newest one.
I beat you to it, Andy.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw this out there.
I was gonna say I didn't see a
I
Mac
just
on
got
there.
his QSL card a few weeks ago. It's got emblazoned with the World Radio League logo, and also if you take a look at his desk there, you can see this beautiful mug sitting right in the right off the left side of center there, and that's the lifetime member mug. So
number 12,
absolutely beautiful. Number 12. Wow, you got a good one.
He did.
Yep.
I'll pay for number 1.
Right.
You'll have to fist fight James over that one.
So the monitors are the two center there. It's a 32-inch monitor on the bottom. The top is a Samsung TV that's got an Apple TV hook to it. And then the 4 outside monitors are all 27-inch. And the bottom left runs off my MacBook. The top one is off one of the mini PCs. I thought I'd just better have a mini PC in there just in case I needed Windows for something.
You're missing a Linux computer. That's the only thing.
I mean, if you have to run like a 1990s vintage program, your Windows is the best way to go.
Right. Right.
That's about the only reason Windows would be the way to go.
There you go.
Here we go.
I have never dabbled with Linux.
I was going to say Linux is the way to go. Mac is not. Mac I'll give it for doing media, but Linux is the way to go.
Right.
If you're an IT professional and know how to program and all that code crap.
No, Linux Mint actually is pretty easy.
I have tried it and it is not easy.
iOS has been around longer than Linux.
Yeah.
iOS?
Well, they all came from Unix.
Mac OS.
Mac OS came from
iOS
Unix.
Theoretically,
on Linux. Wait a minute.
I guess theoretically, Mac OS is the original Linux before Linux was Linux and SCO did their thing. Did somebody laugh?
I don't understand.
Don't worry about it.
I was gonna say, Tim, there's a lot of people that probably just glassed over or left the streams because of me and you.
Hey, please be patient with me. I'm from the 1900s.
I'm gonna have a little fun. I'm gonna have a little fun here for a minute, folks in the chat. If you are a Mac user, put the 1 in the chat. If you are a Windows user, put 2. If you are a Linux user, put 3. I'm just kind of curious.
Just do a regular poll.
Simulcast. That's what screws up the poll.
See, Andy put 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I have I think 2 machines with Linux installed. I've got 1 home computer with Windows, 1 or 2, and my work computer is Windows, but my primary devices are Mac.
So when you say Linux installed, are you talking about actual working machines, or are you talking about like Raspberry Pis?
Oh yeah, I forgot the Raspberry Pi. I've got.
Because I got 5 of those in here with.
Yeah, no. I mean, I've got 2 laptops. One was originally an XP, Windows XP. I should have kept XP on it because XP was the good Windows. But I installed Ubuntu on the old XP, and I installed Mint. I can't remember if I've got Mint or Zorin right now on another old Windows laptop. I wiped and put Linux on.
I will admit this. XP was the best operating system that Windows has put out.
It was the best Windows system. Well, that
Absolutely.
XP and 7 were the two.
Windows 3.1.1 was pretty good.
There you go.
You're showing your age, Michael. You don't want to do that.
How long ago?
The pre-Windows
Before you were
3.1.
born.
Round 90, just in general terms, Andy, around
If you
1990.
go 3.1, Windows for work groups, the actual server side of that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Levi, what else you want to tell us? I see is that a Roadcaster there?
That's a Roadcaster Pro 2. That's the newest
Beautiful,
piece and probably the reason I took this picture, if I remember right.
Very
They'd
nice.
show off his Roadcaster.
It's a very nice mixer for sure.
Yeah,
It is.
It's a nice mode.
And if I learn to use all of the things it can do, that'll be amazing.
Yeah. What kind of weather station you're running right there?
That's something from the Radiodity website, or however you pronounce that. It's their LoRa weather station.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know, $60 or something.
I didn't know they had weather stations. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So,
500 megahertz.
Levi, in the upper right hand corner, you have the ham clock running. How is that set up on this machine here?
So that is off of and I don't know if you can see it in the video but this little box.
Was that like Veritim?
It's like a Nook.
No, okay.
No, it's one that I bought. It was preloaded. I'm trying to peel this Velcro off it to see if I can see the name.
Don't worry about it. That's fine. I'm just curious because I don't know if you realize the K8MRD just did a video. Ham clock came out on Mac now and can run native on it. So something you might want to consider and look at. So
Absolutely.
I did see
If you
that
have a
indeed,
Mac.
and I've got it running on on my main computer. I've got it running right now on the Mac Mini.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I haven't downloaded it yet myself, but
Let me say this. You mentioned Mac Mini, and I'll bring this up real quick. If you want to make the jump to Mac and not spend a fortune, the Mac Mini is the way to go. What a powerhouse computer for just $600-700.
$499. $499.
I just did it 6-7, but anyway.
All right.
right.
Oh, God, thanks. No.
Marvin was doing it last week.
It's $499 currently. It's super cheap and it can do a lot of stuff.
They've come down then. They've come down because I gave like $600 for mine, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the model I got. It's the cheap one. And I mean, to be fair, you can't even buy RAM for that price right now.
No. You can't. Well, and the beautiful thing is they've got the silicon chip now, and those are just smoking, especially if you're doing any kind of video production or anything that's graphics intensive. That you can't beat it. Yeah, well, you can beat it, but not at that price.
Right.
So one thing I will recommend though, if you're going to get a Mac Mini, you can go get off the store shelf one version, but I would recommend nothing less than 16 gigs and probably 32 gigs of RAM for sure.
I don't think they make it with less than 16 gigs now.
I don't think they do either, but in case they do, you need that RAM to run for sure.
Absolutely. So. My new Mac Studio has 64, so
listen to Andy rolling in the money over there. Mac Studios ain't cheap. I bought one for the church, and that was like $2,500.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, price
that will be my next upgrade.
Price of memory for my editing laptop. I'm probably going to look at a MacBook. I will give them credit when it comes to editing media and stuff like that.
So, I was at Micro Center.
Lucky you! You have a Micro Center.
We have one too.
So bad.
Well,
hey, Andy,
I was at
Kansas City.
I'm gonna share this.
Drive,
I'm gonna share this photo that I took at the Micro Center.
That's not a long drive, Andy.
Gives you an excuse to go get some barbecue. Although I'm not a big Kansas City barbecue fan.
Nope.
Oh, come on.
Give me Carolina or Texas style or something like that.
See, I'm not a Carolina fan. I don't like the vinegar.
I don't
barbecue
either. I don't
sauce.
like Carolina, but Kansas City and Texas all day long.
I don't discriminate.
See, I'd rather
I just
have-
like barbecue.
Sorry, Josh.
I'd rather have Memphis barbecue over
Trying to help
Kansas
you out.
City.
I don't know
I'm
if I can.
that guy who loves barbecue.
Can I plus? I don't know if I can plus that up. That is
Holy good God.
This is server, or no, I'm sorry. This is workstation RAM. This isn't server class RAM. $758 for 64 gigs.
Good grief.
That's Corsair Vengeance?
Hey,
Yes.
That much?
Yes.
Well,
Wow.
and Corsair,
Wow.
that you won't find once that sells out of Corsair, you won't find retail Corsair in the retail stores anymore. Period. They've shut down their retail side.
Yep. 128 gigs. They're on sale for the low price of $14.94.
Oh,
Wow, that's a little higher. I found it for $1,300.
Wow.
So that was Micro Center's prices as of I think yesterday.
Well,
That's
I mean,
insane.
everywhere I've looked, that's what it is. Even Best Buy, their prices. I mean, I bitched at my wife. She told me to go ahead and get the 128 gigs that I wanted when I built my streaming desktop, and I was being cheap at the time, and decided only to take it up to 32 gigs. And I wish now I would have done that because you can't touch
Yep.
64 gigs for you can't touch 32 gigs for what I could have bought the 128 gigs for 6 months ago.
I got I got 64 gigs of DDR5, and a year or two ago I bought it, and I tell you what, it's G-Skill, and it's good memory. It's DDR5, and I've got the 12. What is it? The 12 i9 12700. It cooks right along. A little 3060.
Problem is the price, and I don't see memory coming down. I
It's
mean,
not.
Corsair proved it. They shut down their retail because the AI companies, the data centers, they have basically bought all stock and have signed contracts with the 3 manufacturers for everything they can make as fast as they can make it.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Nuts.
Yeah, I read that too.
So we're being told by our manufacturers to expect a 30% bump on all, basically anything and everything that uses RAM.
Yep.
There'll be a 30% increase. And my servers are a base of a terabyte of RAM. So there you go.
That's the same way with ours. That's the same way with ours, Tim.
Wow.
And the thing is, it's not just everybody thinks, oh, it's just the RAM. Nope, your SSD drives use the exact same chips, and they're already starting to go up. But yeah, we basically got told the same thing. Is about a 30% increase across the board.
now correct me if I'm wrong here, but doesn't Apple use like their own in-house process for building the RAM into their
There's
system?
three companies that make the chips that are used for memory, and Apple is not one of them.
But I mean, for their own devices, don't they build their own in-house for their own devices?
You're probably talking about the processor, Andy, and
I
that's,
know they
that's
got the processor.
the
I
silicon.
thought their RAM was built
Nope.
as part of their system on a chip.
They
So
might
it's-
build their own RAM chips, but the actual chips that are used to build those with, they don't build them.
They're getting
Okay.
from somewhere.
Yeah, they source the parts, but they'll probably manufacture the board
Yeah.
and the chips.
Right.
The RAM chips are probably directly
Okay.
mounted to the main board, to the system
Yeah,
board.
yeah. They the way they lock everything down, I know they direct mount about everything, but
It's those chips. It's not necessarily just the memory sticks, Andy. It's the chips that are used to make
Yeah.
those products with.
yeah. Good point.
And once again, welcome to Computer Chat. Hope you're doing okay.
Hey, did we talk about the weather yet?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, that was the
Yeah.
first. See, that was the first 30 minutes we sat backstage while they talked about the weather.
yeah.
Oh, here we
Let's finish up with Levi there. What anything else you really wanted to point out? I like the Coca-Cola can. That's a nice touch.
Right, that's Coke Zero. Yeah.
Even
no,
better.
not really. It's slowly
What are your
evolving.
two radios?
I got an FTDX10 and right now a 991 Alpha. I
thought
got
that
it.
was
What's the handheld up on the side?
That's
Yaesu.
that's a mini.
Is
That's
it a
the
Baofeng
Baofeng
Mini?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Yeah, I've got a few handhelds, but yeah, I mean for primary that I got the 991 Alpha because I couldn't hold on any longer waiting for Kenwood to produce their unicorn. I mean their mobile radio. that's the one I've had my eye on since I got my technician license. So, I don't know.
If you don't mind, talk about the power system you have down there on the left side. What is?
I was just going to mention that, Andy.
Oh yeah.
That looks like an anchor.
So, power system on the left side is an anchor. Honestly isn't doing a whole lot for the desk. I'm using a couple of the USB ports off of it, and I think I have the Mac Mini plugged into it just so it doesn't hard shut off if I'm out at the end of the power line. So I'm the first one to lose power. But as far as the radios and that, they're run off of a battery system that I built. It's in a Milwaukee Packout base, and it's 200 amp hours of storage, so portable power.
Very cool. Very cool.
Now, is your station kind of powered off of that 200 amps too?
It is as far as the radios, yes.
Okay.
Everything else, the computers and monitors and all that is off of the.
Is that
grid.
your battery box off the right down there in the corner? Is that where that?
Yep.
Is that what that is?
It is. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, for sure. And then, I mean, all this is neat and cool as it is. On the inside, I've got 2-wire antennas going off of a 16-foot painter's pole that's strapped to my deck right now. So the outside is not near as impressive. The outside is coming up in the next year or two. I intend to put up a tower, and I've kind of got an itch to get a hex beam and put it up there and go from there.
Well, if Vaughn and Julie don't come up and get a tower, I've got a 72-foot crank up in my backyard if you're interested.
They don't need a tower. They got kites.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I've got some options. I've kind of, if I decide to buy one, I've kind of really got my eye on the Roan 40-foot foldover. So.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Just thinking, future and not wanting to climb and, just not being able to climb, I guess. So
It's a smart decision.
right.
Yeah.
And
If you want
that's my idea is I'm trying to think future when I retire here in a couple of years. And, part of it I haven't brought up is I'm a veteran. So I've kind of destroyed my body in the military. And, so I'm starting to feel it quite a bit more and more each year. So thinking about the future and, making it easy on me to keep doing this hobby, because I've absolutely fallen in love with it. And, anything I can do to make the future part of it easier so I can continue operating is what I'm trying to do.
Welcome to the suck.
Right.
Yeah. What branch were you in?
Army. I was in Army aviation. So.
Oh, right on.
Yep.
Yeah. I was in the Navy.
Did you fly or fix?
All of the above. I was crew chief on Black Hawk.
Nice.
So,
Wow.
Yep. So I did a few years of flying, a few years of fixing, and quite a few years in the maintenance office running the maintenance for the battalion.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yes.
You mentioned
One other- Go ahead.
you mentioned getting your antennas in the air. I can confirm that Fence top rail works beautifully for that with some guy wire. So for a tilt over mast, it does a great job.
Right.
Marvin, if you could give me
Andy?
just a second to ask a quick question. What's the yellow box that's about dead center on your
That's a
setup
KVM
there?
switch, sir.
Okay.
Yeah,
nice.
that's a just an AB data transfer switch, and
Okay.
literally
I need
it's selecting which of the two radios that I'm sending signal to.
Oh, very
That's
nice.
even better.
Right.
Yeah. I want to look into that. That's cool.
But Andy, you recommend the top rail? Top rail's not going to hold up a hex beam.
Oh no.
Yeah, if you got a hex beam, no. But if you're just trying to get like an input halfway in there or something, then it's
J-pole,
Yeah,
vertical,
whatever.
something like that. Yeah.
quarter-wave ground plane for 2 meters, whatever. Yeah.
So real quick, I believe that speaker is just to the left of the 991 with the SP9000, and that's what you're actually using to power your computer, your Mac Mini with for audio coming from that. With those 2 new speakers in there on that modification, how is that now?
The new speakers are great. In that video I show the difference between them, and it's unreal. I feel like the magnet on the new, I think they're called Phonema speakers.
Well, they were much bigger in that video for sure. I could tell the difference.
Right.
It'd be curious to see be curious to hear the before and after audio.
Right. And I didn't think to record the before, but basically once I hooked up to the mixer and started running the computer audio through the speaker and everything as well, I was getting a lot of it was topping the speakers out. They just couldn't handle it. And then so when I replaced it with these, it is much better, much more clear. I can get the volume up quite a bit if I'm listening to music or whatever it is. That other round speaker that's kind of in between the SP9000, right behind the Coke can, that's an old Amazon speaker, and it's a kind of a powered sub almost. And I was using that before, and I can still use it. It's still hooked up, but I'm just trying to simplify it and run everything through the mixer. So I've got kind of control, because the radio audio is going back in through the mixer, and then it can go to the computer or to the speaker or both. And
it's super slick. I mean, I saw that video of yours when it first came out a couple weeks ago, and I mean, it is a very impressive setup that you've done as a kind of a first time setup for being someone new into the ham hobby here. This is very, very impressive.
Yeah,
it is quite a setup that you've got going here with all the different features from the radio being displayed, the ham clock, whether a TV, Windows computer available to you. It's very clean, and you've done a great job hiding cables.
Yeah.
I need to hire you to do some cable management for me.
Right. Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, they're all tucked up under basically around the back edge of the cable. I've got some. I build them out of the same pipe, but they're basically a cable race that's back there that I can run, or all the cables are running through. I've still got some cleaning up to do over on the right side there, but it's getting there.
Yeah, it looks sharp. And is the top? So your bottom triangle is you said it was butcher block, but what is the top piece is made out? Is that butcher block too?
It is. It's butcher block shelves. So
the butcher block shelves. Okay.
Yep, we just took them, and so my stepdad's a carpenter, and if anyone remembers the shack roast on Live Free and Ham, it was I had pictures of when we were building the desk, but it's we took them and took 2 shelves and cut them up and made it follow the shape of this. The desk is just cut at 45 from the sides. There is quite the big triangle behind it where I can slide up under and stand up behind it to work on stuff.
Oh, nice. That's good thinking.
Right.
I was just
thinking.
Yeah, I didn't agree with old Grouch. He kind of roasted you, saying you bought your shack.
No.
Oh, I for an extent. I mean, to an extent, I did. I don't know enough to build this stuff yet, but
yeah, but you know
I
what?
fully expected.
You built the desk. You built the desk, and to me, even though there's a lot of bought equipment on it, to me, you still built it.
Oh yeah.
I think you did a fantastic job.
Absolutely.
And I know Paul. I'm just razzing in case Paul comes in, because I know Paul was doing it in fun.
Yeah, that didn't
I
bother
just
me
wanna
one
know
bit. I
what-
was fully expecting it. Like I wanted it to be fun. So
I just want to know what you used for the monitors to mount them on the black pipe.
So it's a who's it made by? Mount It is the company, and it's a single monitor Visa pipe mount. and it can cover
Really?
pipes from, I think, 3/4 up to maybe 2 or 2.5 inch pipes. And it's just a clamp with a Visa mount on it that can go over that. And so it's a single mount for each one. At first I was going to try to line them up and get the seams all, perfect and everything. But then I realized that on the top, I needed to angle them down for better visibility. Part of the reason is my eye line is about the bottom of the monitors, of the bottom row of the monitors. I like to look up more just from neck injuries from the military. So it's easier for me to look up. And so everything's above me. So those top monitors have to be angled down quite a bit. And you can kind of see it in the picture with the gaps there. But that was the whole idea with that. And so those individual mounts, I'd looked at so many mounts from, a 2 monitor mount to the 6 monitor mounts to the just everything, and nothing was working quite right. And then when I came up with okay, I'm just going to build this desk out of butcher block and gas pipe, and build it the way I like it and the way I want it to be. Then I got to thinking, and I'm like, why can't I just, build the mounts as well? And so that's what I did. I found the single mounts there and single monitor mounts and went from there. So it worked out pretty good.
Is that just 1 inch gas pipe then?
Yeah, I believe the towers are just 1 inch. I can't really. Yeah, it looks like it's a 1 inch.
Okay.
I think
go over and squeeze it.
Come on, you're Home Depot. You should know.
Right. Yeah. The legs down underneath and those towers are the same. I think it's all 1 inch. And then the stuff holding up the shelf there is 1/2 inch.
Sure.
And then
Nice,
I don't know if anyone remembers that shack roast, but they kept asking about the 2 buttons that are to the left there, kind of right above the cup and the Coke can.
Yeah.
And somebody in the chat said the most hilarious thing. He said that was the button to call mom for more burritos or something like that.
Yep.
Or more Hot Pockets. That's what it was. Those are actually the pins from the ham radio prep for the technician in general.
Let's go. There you go.
Right. So I'm missing one. I've got room for it there for that extra pin when I get it. But
Might I add coupon code HamShackTV for 10% off.
Yeah, you have the World Radio.
I could do a K8 MRD on you, Josh, and throw mine out.
Exactly. Or mine.
You get to do that because you're simulcasting.
But yeah, the couple of times that I know, Josh, you've seen a couple other pictures of it, and you were asking about the weather program that I'd used, and it's WeatherWise. It's the new Ryan Hall thing. When he came out with it, right? I know. When he came out with it, I tried it, and I actually like it pretty well. It does a lot. It's really good about bringing up like the, what do you call them, the mesoscale discussions and stuff like that, to where I can see them before.
Cool.
Yep.
Hey,
I started using that before he even switched to that. I've actually been pretty impressed with it.
We got some business to take care of here. Somebody just took down a bunch of records. So play the clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right, let's.
I don't know if I've ever seen a super chat before, but KF8C Golf Juliet. I don't know why I decided to change the phonetics halfway through that, but $10. Appreciate that. Summerfield Day gave him the bug. Is that the case there, Levi?
That is the case. So KF8CGJ, he's a member of my club here locally. And
Nice.
yeah, he's one of the guys. We pushing each other for everything. They just got me. I just in the last week started with FT8 and learned. It's my first digital that I'm really messing with. So I've been learning that, and he got me into the the FT8 battle. And so yeah, I've been been getting into that. And but yeah, summer field day, man. I was still a technician at the time. Got to operate on the club call sign a little bit, and I was hooked. And that really pumped up my studying to get the general done.
Josh,
Levi,
The reason you switch to phonetics mid-call there is because it's almost impossible to say KF8CGJ the first time fast without thinking about it.
I guess that's what it was. My brain was just not processing it.
Hey Levi, if you're gonna do Battle Royale, get WST whatever it is.
ATX?
Z.
Oh,
Yeah,
Z. WTC,
Z.
yeah.
Get the Z,
Z?
and you just
Okay.
set your computer up to auto call.
Right. I might need to catch up with those guys. They got about a month head start on me, so I'm a couple thousand points behind.
I'll say Sean knocked it out of the park with that.
Yeah.
I'll note too that folks may notice that the ticker has changed. We have a new leader in super chats for the year, the month, and this week, KF8CGJ. I did it that time.
There you go.
So y'all can still take that down pretty easily. $10 is $10. It ain't much. So we appreciate all the support of HamShackTV.
Ain't that gratitude for you? No, I'm kidding.
That's harsh.
All right. Anything else you wanted to share on that, Levi?
I'm good unless anyone's got any questions.
Well, I'll ask you a question. Since this is talking about building your dream shack, is there anything out there that you would want to add to your shack?
Honestly, I am thinking in the future. I would
And
like
that doesn't mean a hot tub or something like that.
Right? No.
Why not?
Because you get such bad RF in the shack with one of them things. I mean,
Radio wise, the big thing is I'm going to be keeping an eye at the next flagship models that come out. I want to see improvements like we're on the 7300 Mark II. I want to see it just step into the current and out of the past. As far as having HDMI, having modern hookups, modern features. I really like the idea of what their ICOM's doing and what this Kenwood Mobile is supposed to be, where it's just a lot easier to do all the different things. That's kind of a pet peeve of mine. Is I don't know what it is with ham radio, but it seems like everything is made to be difficult up until like the Mark II come out, or So I'm going to keep my eye on the next flagship models that come out, and if they make those improvements, then that might be me buying my last radio as far as HF. Other than that, outside the, I see you shaking.
You'll never buy your last radio.
Right.
No.
You'll eat those words pretty quickly.
Yep.
Hey.
Other than that, outside the shack is what I'm thinking, and it's the tower, the antenna, I'd really like to probably set up an amp as well. But that's going to be another year or two down the road at least.
Yeah. And you're not wrong. You're not wrong. That's why I'm so high on the 7300 Mark II. Is that radio alone, being a budget-friendly model, is really bringing HF into the 21st century, which is needed to be done forever. Forever.
So I've got a question for. Go ahead, Andy.
one last important question, Levi. Have you power pulled everything yet?
I have
Awesome.
indeed.
There you go. That's the right answer.
With that aviation maintenance background, I wanted
Yeah.
consistent connectors, and I've power pulled everything.
Powerful everything.
So Josh and Tim, you guys both have the 7300.
Yeah.
And you've got the Mark IIs. You've had a chance to play with that. You've got, I know Tim has a flex. You have a flex radio too, right, Mark? Or
I do,
Tim?
yes.
Yeah, I thought so. So the thing is, I think what I'm looking for in a question here is, the 7300 is Mark II is definitely an upgrade from its first version, and it has a lot of capability. But I think the one thing I really like that I'm looking for in future radios and really taking them to the next level is that you can have a radio like a Flex. It has got all the hardware there, but software can continue to update it and upgrade it along the way. And I wish you could get like Kenwood and ICOM and Yaesu to kind of do the similar type of thing, that they continue to upgrade some of the radios through software. What are your thoughts on that? And I don't think the Mark II has that capability yet, correct?
I think with the Mark II having the LAN capability like it does, that automatic updates, firmware updates, things like that, that shouldn't be a too tall of an ask. What do you think, Tim? Yeah, here comes the IT, the security side of it.
Right. So there's two different mindsets in manufacturing of radios. You got the Chinese manufacturing model, and you got the Japanese manufacturing model.
Right.
They want a working product that goes out the door that has very minimal problems. And so,
unless you're a Yaesu with the FT1X.
Yes. So you will see very few firmware upgrades. They are shifting into software-defined radios, and maybe that will come in the future, but it's getting the mindset out. I think a lot of the features that we see in the 7300 Mark II were driven by a younger generation of engineers at ICOM, driven by market forces, people saying, this is what I want.
Right.
Things like the Flex, I mean, with the software-defined radios, it's all in software. It's more of a generic transceiver.
It is.
And they're doing all the features in the software. But I will say this, my 6400, I've only had it for like 3 years. You know, there's a whole new generation of firmware that is useless to me. That Flex is putting out in their next round of stuff that they're not going to have in the 6000 series.
Right.
A radio. So there is a limit to the hardware itself and how much further they can go. You know, back to the Chinese model, they get it out there as fast as they can. It works. Doesn't always work the way you want it to. They can add these. So it's this dribble. How fast can we get it out there? And we can make these little things and we keep them hooked. But if you look at like the Zygu 6100, within 2 years, that's obsolete. Now they're out with the 6200. Right. So, I mean, it's
the Chinese mindset is everything is disposable.
And everything.
Right.
It is. Right. And they do make it more disposable,
and they make it cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hence disposable.
But
you know?
with the I think I've only on my original 7300, I think I've updated the firmware maybe once or twice in the 5 or 6 years that I've had it. This one, what I am a little concerned about, because you are putting it on the network, you are making it available in IT. We get updates all the time about security vulnerabilities.
Right.
My fear is that, and I don't know how they're going to handle that. And I can't believe that they've designed their own IP stack. They've got to be using somebody else's. They've got to be using like every other Linux manufacturer out there. They're using a common set of programs that can be hacked. I mean, it happens, right? It's a giant game of cat and mouse. So yeah.
Yeah, I was watching a video and I can't remember who the gentleman was. I know he's over in Europe somewhere. And I want to say something 3CJ or 3JC. I can't remember the call right off the top of my head, but he had somebody. He had another person on as a guest, and they were kind of talking about the radios and things like that. And it's just like having that concept of being more software and having the radios to be able to continue to be upgraded and continually to be enhanced in many different ways through software. And it's like, I think that's a really cool idea. I think that's a really great idea. But I see where your point coming from a security standpoint too. But it's nice that you can kind of have a radio and continue to keep it. And like you said though, even though 6400, it's going to become outdated at some point too. So, I mean, what do you do? I mean, it's tough to call.
So I will say this. The reason I bought the 6400 was to get all the functionality that I have now in the 7300 Mark II.
Yeah.
And it's roughly $1,500 cheaper. I don't know what the equivalent 8400 price is. I'm going to assume in a 3,000 to 3,500.
Yeah, you're about the ballpark.
Right now, the software provides much more in the way of filtering and things like that. So you are getting more with the Flex Radio, but for what I wanted to do, and that was just to connect remotely. I don't contest enough to really be concerned about the filtering, and to be honest, with my hearing loss, some of that filtering makes it even worse for me, and I would rather just hear it wide open. And so the big thing was the remote ability.
Yeah. Oh, that's been 100% of mine. And, that's one reason I ended up, I got lucky because I was working for them for a while, but it was one of those things that I was able to pick one up and use it. But we've moved around enough with my wife and I that it's each time I have to continue to set up a new shack every time I go somewhere. Yeah. And so having to have one station, one location, and I can just remote back into it and just use that all the time. Yeah, you got to depend on internet for that. And I still have an FTDX standing at a 705. I still got some analog radios too that we can certainly use. But having that ability to be able to do the remote operation consistently from anywhere. I mean, I'm actually sitting here right now running FT8 on my phone, using smart SDR, making contacts. It's like it's I can hit a button every few seconds and it's good to go. But I'm working out of my station in Wisconsin, which is cool. So. And even like Travel and Ham brought up is like he was talking about the having the issue
somebody's keying a radio.
Somebody's keying a radio, and I'm not even close, so it shouldn't be affecting me. But
watching Andy's face,
Andy's like, "Don't look at me."
I'm gonna go.
Where are you guys hearing that? I've got everything turned down.
It's the RF getting in your mic.
It's the RF
every time you key up.
It's a CW key, so there you go.
Yep.
Travel and Ham was talking about on QRZ about the different QTH changing every time, and it's like I don't have to worry about that issue either. It's always at one location and it's done, which is kind of cool. So
yeah,
but that's my initial. My wife said my ham shack someday in the future would only be about the size of a small utility closet, and now I've got a 30 by 40 area. But it's kind of funny that it's completely growing. But spent a lot of money on it this last year to really put that in place. But I've got a 65-foot tower, a 3-element beam. I've got a hex beam that's on a rotor, and then the 65-foot tower will be on a rotor later this spring as well. But it's nice to be able to have that capability and be able to just, run remote from anywhere I want. And that's I'd like to be able to play with that Mark II at some point myself and see how that works.
Marvin, I want to do something we haven't done in a while. I'm going to bring back the trading post for just a second because I need to get rid of something here. Those of you folk,
please tell me it's a modern Morse CW key.
No. Those of you watching
7300.
Yeah, those of you watching that may want your Dream Shack. This isn't a Mark II. This is the 7300.
Bidding at $100.
I'm not auctioning.
Now would have been $2, down here. Now would have been $2, over here. Now would have been $3. I'm at $3, down here. Now would have been $4, $4 down here. Now would have been $5 down here. Now would have been $5.
Yep.
Now would have been $6. Now would have been $7. I'm at $6, down here. Now would have been $8, down here. Now would have been $9.
Hey, but Josh, he's at $5, not $500.
Oh well. Anyway,
I thought it was $5,000.
This is my 7300. I had it for about a year. Obviously, I've made the upgrade. I am purchasing the 7300 Mark II that Gigaparts has loaned me. I'd like to sell this. If anybody is interested in buying it, nothing wrong with it. Works great. I just like the features of the Mark II better. $750 and shipping at your expense, and it's yours. So
does it come with the fingerprints too?
It does come with the fingerprints. Just don't get me committed to a crime. But
there you go. I'd wipe them things off.
Yeah. Anyway, $750 and shipping at your expense, at yours. Or if you're local-ish, like within an hour or two, we could meet up. But yeah.
Or
send me an email.
Meet them at in Orlando.
I need to sell it before Orlando if I can get.
He'll take payment all in pennies.
No. Oops, I didn't mean to bring that back. But yeah, send me an email if you're interested in it, and we'll get it off to you. I can take payment via PayPal or.
So,
whatever the other one is. Venmo.
I will say this and to help you sell that. If you're not looking for HDMI connectivity, if you're not looking for remote connectivity, and if you're not looking for the receiver port, side by side, the radios are basically the same. There's display is slightly different, but those are the three big things. So
the hardware is the same as far as the buttons and knobs. It's identical.
And the light, the power light is a different color because it does.
Oh yeah, I did notice that.
Yeah, well, it's because you can put it in standby mode that you can't do in the original radio. The Mark One for Mike KMRD is either
You're welcome, Mike.
It's a Mark One.
Yeah, this is a shutdown, standby or on. So there's different color LED in there.
Cool. So it's like the 9700 then, because you can put the 9700 in standby mode for remoting it.
Correct. Yeah. So it powers down and it does basically a wake on land when you reach out to it.
Hockey ham says 700 pennies. No, no, absolutely not.
And
I will add that I do have the original box, the paperwork and everything for it.
It up right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say the 7300 Mark II, the receive port and the built-in remote server on it is what piqued my interest. Everybody's excited about the HDMI. I really don't matter about the HDMI because I use capture cards to capture the radio anyways. So I'm not worried about that part of it.
How do you plug it into your capture card?
Shadow Whisperer.
My FTD X10 plugs right into my capture card, no problem.
With what?
DVI to HDMI.
Oh, okay.
DVI is a nightmare. I'm just saying.
It is.
Yeah, but see, plugging into a capture card, I don't have to worry about power.
Check the comments, Josh. One with the Clippy is the icon.
Shadow Whisperer says, I know you're in Tennessee. Where? I'm in the Knoxville area. So there you go. Clippy.
As the profile. No, the one above that. The one above that.
Big icon collecting my data. Now I will see gout pills ads after scrolling 80 meters. What?
After scrolling 80 meters, you've not heard the 80 meter joke. Guys on 80 meters are always talking about their health
He
problems.
spelled ads wrong.
Oh,
It's supposed to be ADS.
I got it. Okay.
Got it, yes.
That is funny.
That's true.
Hockey Ham Greg says original paperwork means ransom note to Gigaparts. If you want this radio back. All right, that's it.
MTC Radio will sell it too.
Yeah, there you go. By the way, speaking of Gigaparts, gigaparts.com, use coupon code HamShackTV, get double rewards points. Let's see here. We've heard from Levi about the Dream Rig. Marvin, or Dream Shack, I should say. Marvin, let's go to you. What do you dream of?
So, I've been looking at doing a potential 4-monitor setup myself. And after I saw Levi's, it kind of like, okay, maybe I'll end up doing the black pipes because I've been trying to figure out how to buy the 4 monitor configuration setup. But I've got two 32-inch monitors and then two 27s myself. And so it makes it a little bit more interesting trying to get enough pipe to separate those when you're buying a pre-configured setup from, some of those like Vivo and some of those other mounts. So I may go back with something like what Levi's done on the 4-monitor setup to just because it gives you the ability to make that pipe as long or as short as you want. And then you can adjust those mounts like he had to make it work. So I've been kind of thinking about doing the same type of thing along those lines before I saw his. But now it kind of gives me a better idea on maybe how to go about doing it. I've got the radio. I've got the amplifier. So it really keeps the radio and a lot of that stuff off my desk, which makes the cables and some of that a lot more cleaner on the Shack setup. But I've got the mixer. I've got the the microphone, everything at the desk still, and it's I'm not far from it, but the only thing is I'm just using I've got a desk that goes up and down right now, and I really want to make it more in a permanent desk that goes in the corner. But in the studio that I have it at right now, we've got some chairs and a little bit of a bed in there that has to be in there for now until we get the house built. So I can't really do much there. But I really built the studio to have just for the ham shack itself. It could become a guest bedroom if you needed to be of some sort. But I've got 6 sound panels up on the walls, also to help with audio and bring some of that down in the shack in my place in Wisconsin. So that's going to help a lot. I'm looking forward to getting back there and getting the last one of those up to get that done. But, with my 65-foot tower I was able to do last summer, I've got the hex beam. I can switch between those two. I think I really need to get a 40-meter rotating dipole or a 40-meter beam of some sort up on the tower. I don't have that capability above. I can do 6 through 20 right now. So I'm a little shy there. But hopefully this next year I can find somebody that can climb the tower again and add a 40-meter antenna of some sort. I can make directional and swing it with my other one. I think if I could really change one thing I could have done was probably took the 65-foot tower and made it a crank-up tower versus a round 25 at this point. But that's the only significant difference I would have made on the tower side. I would probably like to go another 10 to 15 feet taller, maybe. I'd like to go about 80 feet if I could, but it's not, I'm not going to complain when I'm sitting at 1,100 feet anyway. So I'm sitting pretty good, almost 1,200 feet with the top of the tower. So I'm pretty close to where I want to be. I'd probably just have to add, I've got the one Mac Mini that doesn't have enough ports on it to control 4 monitors. So I have to, I'm going to either upgrade to the studio, or I'm going to try and find something else that will allow me to add do some monitors that have the USB-C Thunderbolt coming out of them, so I can do more direct connection right to the Mac Mini. But the one I have still only supports, I think, 2 monitors, so I want to upgrade the computer one way or the other. So
I'm typing something at the moment, so if you could take yourself down full. Oops.
Gotcha.
We've got that's some really cool stuff. Let me interrupt the stream here real quick. We have some breaking news. Here's the breaking news. This is exciting stuff. February 5th, that is the week before Hamcation. Right here live on HamShackTV Live, we will have, I had just confirmed, we will have John N4 JTK, the co-chairman of the Orlando Hamcation, as well as Michael Colley, W4OL, who is the general chairman of Hamcation. So that's going to be awesome. Fun show. I'm looking forward to that one. That's February 5th, 8 o'clock Eastern time. That's the week before Hamcation.
Very nice.
Yeah, exciting.
Very nice.
Very dramatic for that, but I love playing my breaking news clip. That's the broadcaster in me coming out. Anybody have comments on Marvin's ideas?
So you were talking about the monitors. I have a 4-monitor tree on mine, and it's a single support pole, and then 4 arms, or 2 sets of arms.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and I have a desk that goes up and down. What I feel like is I need to get some guy wires because it wobbles, especially with the larger monitors. So I initially had 4 32 monitors, 32-inch monitors on here. I have since taken 2 of those off and went to one of the 49-inch widescreens on the bottom.
Oh, sure.
But it still does bounce around a little bit. So I think separating the monitors and putting them on their own pole, or at least 2 above each other, one above the other on 2 separate poles, would probably be a little more sturdier because you're not flexing as much with the weight out on the ends of the cross arms.
Yeah, I think the other thing about I'll be more on a fixed desk when I do that, and so when that desk isn't going to move like the desk that go up and down do, because they have a little bit of flexibility in them. I think that will also make it a little bit stronger as well at the same time. So I think you're probably right about that. But putting them on a single pipe, and having one stacked on top of the other is probably a good way to go. So,
I make a suggestion.
What?
So, like Levi's set up there with the black pipe is perfect, and if he has a fixed desk, if you wanted to put a little bit more weight onto it without bouncing it around, seeing as how it is black pipe, you thread it, put a 90 onto it to another mount to the wall to anchors, and that will hold it stable in place.
True.
I thought about that, or even going from pole to pole to give it top structure, but I haven't really felt the need yet. It is 1-inch pipe. I did get a good look at it. So,
hey Levi,
mm-hmm.
just want to let you know we love you too.
Yeah, that was my wife texted me in the curse of one keyboard for multiple computers. I don't know if it's coming across, but I am a little nervous.
Better be glad you didn't. Better be glad you didn't go all out with the emojis there.
There ain't no reason to be nervous on this show. We're just a bunch of guys hanging out. That's really about it. I try to make it look like a big deal, but it's not.
Come on, Levi. He let her know hillbilly. He let her know hillbilly on this show. There's no reason to be nervous.
Right. I mean, part of starting the YouTube channel is seeing the shows like this and stuff, and you guys just look like you're having a blast. So it's something I've wanted to be a part of. So
we have a blast every week.
So for me, it's felt like a little pressure, and I got really excited about this. So.
Well, we have a clip to play. Let's play a clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right, let's.
Kelly K1 SOE $10 super sticker. Thank you very much, Kelly. Appreciate that. We'll add you to the banner as well.
You want to hear something really bad?
Kelly's one of my favorite patrons, so absolutely.
You want to hear something really bad?
Go ahead, Jim. I guess I'm after you.
I was. I think I've seen that actually live on TV.
What? Did you really?
I think so. I'm trying to remember. Levi knows what I'm talking about. Well, you were probably watching it too.
Was that possible?
WCW?
That was
that was WCW, Tim.
Yeah. Which should have never died. Thank you, Vince McMahon, for screwing professional wrestling forever.
So we were talking about
WCW or WWF?
WCW. Vince McMahon should have never bought WCW.
We'll get back to you eventually, Marvin.
Hey Michael, you should know that was back in the 80s.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I saw Sergeant Slaughter and Iron Sheik at the was it a SPAC? I don't remember. It was
the WCW was in the 90s.
RPI Fieldhouse. That's where it was. That was an amazing wrestling match.
All right, Marvin.
So I saw we were talking about my station in Wisconsin, and so I thought I'd kind of bring this one up. Wisconsin and Minnesota are probably being warned about exploding trees due to the cold weather up there. So
exploding trees. That's a new one on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I've heard of it before. I don't know a lot about it. Maybe he can explain a little bit more about that himself. I think
is that like about the buildup of sap in a tree or something?
Oh, it's the water content. The water content.
Water content and trees
stands and pops.
Yeah, it literally the tree explodes. Josh,
is it probably like a combination of the water content and then the tree getting cold and shrinking, and combination of the two? Yeah, that's what I figured. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Where's Chris Bowden when we need him to get a physics explanation on that?
Right, no doubt. But
I have seen a couple of you in the chat asking about Chris's license. It has been submitted. The FCC does have it. We're waiting on some paperwork, and I'll leave it at that. So
yeah, it's processing.
It'll happen. It's just going to take some time.
Yep.
So cool.
Yeah.
Let's go to Andy. Andy, what's your dream station look like?
I'm going to show you a couple pictures of my current station. And then I'm going to show you my dream station. So let me get my...
I have a feeling you've already chat GPT'd this.
No. No, thank you. Not the ChatGPT doesn't come up with some really neat visualizations, but the radios are not on point.
No.
No, not even close.
They are funny, though. Entertaining.
In some cases, yes, indeed. So let me pull this up here. I'm trying to get my screen share to. There it is. Okay, this is my current station. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay, that's my current station. Ask any questions you have. I got a picture of the side over here too. I'll show you that in a second. But the two pictures I turned around for family privacy. So I've got speakers, of course, are PreSonus Iris 3.5s. I have the 756 Pro 3 in the middle. And of course my Mac Studio just off the side. I've got a Pudakig CW paddle as well as a CW straight key. Let's see here, what else do I have? I have the Leobog mechanical keyboard right in the middle. I just replaced the switches in it with some tactile switches, and I used linear switches for quite a while, but the tactile switches are insanely good. I love them.
Andy,
So,
I'm face palming because you're a trackpad guy. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm
insanely
trying
noisy.
it out. I really like the trackpad. I usually use. Well, I don't have it in here.
Hey, Josh, you got to remember, Andy's
I usually use a
22.
trackball. If you've ever seen the Kensington trackball, it's like a big. I love that thing. I'll probably put it back in here eventually, but I've been trying the trackpad for a while. So
We had they gave me a trackpad at work when I first got there, and I'm like, this thing's a piece of garbage. It was just not comfortable.
you can just do some stuff with it that's really, really cool on a Mac. So
Not really.
on Windows, garbage. Yeah, you're right. But on Mac, you can do some stuff with it. It's pretty cool. So I currently use a PreSonus. I think it's a PD70 mic. And I have a Canon R10 camera there. And you can see the Logitech pad there, the Logi pad there with the knob, and that thing's really cool. MX, whatever they call that thing, Creative Console. There we go. And then for audio, I've got the MicroStation BT over on the left side of the radio, and my main streaming audio mixer system is the Mackie DLZ Creator XS. I was between that and the Rodecaster. I think it's a Rodecaster Mini, I think they call it, or something like that. And I finally decided to go with this because it better suited what I'm doing. It is awesome. It's absolutely incredible. So, yeah, and you guys were talking about monitors. Just get a 43-inch 4K monitor, and it'll solve all your problems. it's really
No,
really
I
cool.
need multiple monitors.
I do have an extra monitor off the side here, and I'll show you. It's a small one on the wall for like displaying maps and stuff. But for all my work, this monitor's really cool. Now, did you guys have any questions about this, or I've got another picture to share too.
Hey, Andy,
Yeah.
do you have a dust rag?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I figured you're gonna take this fancy picture. You might want to wipe off that radio, you know.
I took my hand and wiped it off right after I took the picture, so we're good. We're golden
Nice.
now.
It's good. Good enough.
It's good enough for government.
If you guys don't have a light bar on the top of your monitor, highly recommend. It's very cool.
Why?
The light bar you can see up on the top of the monitor.
Why?
I will tell you, like my lighting professor, who is also a colleague of mine, says, lighting is the essence of film. Always pay attention. Don't discount your lighting,
Oh yeah.
even on a webcam.
Yep.
Oh yeah. All right, let me go to another picture, another angle in my shack, and then after that, I'll show you my dream shack. So the next picture I have is, it'd be easier if I just did this.
Do it.
Do it.
There's that one.
Do it.
So there's the wall that's just to the left of me here. My other monitor and my 2 bass guitars. Yes, I know one of them's missing a string. I had to replace one on my other one, and I haven't got the string back on the 4-string guitar yet. So what's going on there? And then my shelf in the corner with all of my various and sundry items. And then
also Ham Radio Prep books. Go to hamradioprep.com. Use coupon code HamShackTV.
yes, do this. You'll be
Gotta
glad
take
you did.
every moment for capitalism.
Every chance I can get.
ARRL handbook, antenna book.
Yeah,
Jeez.
yeah. We can talk about Josh. We can talk about World Radio League here in a little bit if you want. And you can plug that too.
Yep.
Now my Dream Shack. Let me show you my Dream Shack, and I can talk a couple different Dream radios. But this is my Dream Shack right here. Did that show up? There, let me take this. Okay, let me take this down.
Here it goes.
There we go. Now it should. That's my Dream Shack.
Oh, for Pete's sakes.
I'm serious. This is ham radio right here. This is awesome.
Bless America.
Get out with a 5-watt radio, CW key, little portable lithium ion battery. You can't beat it. It is so much fun.
You're walking that fine line of gatekeeping, saying, "Oh, this is real ham radio right here."
I mean,
Careful.
Okay, let me rephrase that.
I'm not
what
an
it
expert
sounded
or
like.
anything, but you
My
can't
ham
transmit
radio
when
here.
the,
There
when
we
the
go.
coax
Better.
is coiled up.
This is my ham radio. Is 5 watts and a wire or a I literally plugged. I have a BNC to banana adapter. Plugged it into my radio like a week or two ago. Ran 16 feet of wire out one car window, 16 feet out the other, and then an activation. And you can just do such cool things with 5 watts in CW. And
I have a video coming out tomorrow. Why I quit ham
Hey,
radio
Andy,
over
you can do
anything.
that with singles. You can do that with single sideband too.
yeah, you can if you want to fry something by pumping 100 watts through it. But anyway,
No, I'm talking about 5 watts.
oh yeah, it gets a little bit sketchy trying to do 5 watts on single sideband, but it's doable. It's definitely doable.
What is the? I see the Sony voice recorder there. Are you pre-recording your CQ or what's the purpose of that?
Sometimes I want to do some experimenting with routing my CW audio into the recorder while I'm doing videos. That way I can get a better sound quality out of. I was shooting a video. You can see the mic on my shirt. You'll see that video come out on Ham Radio Prep later. But I was doing. I want to do some experimenting with routing audio from the radio into that recorder and then out into like a speaker or headphones. That way I can hear it, but it's also recording directly out of the radio. So better audio for videos. And this radio here, this is the Mountain Topper 4B V2. Awesome radio. I've played with the CFT1. I got the review unit a while back. It is awesome. The CFT1 is an awesome radio. I want one really bad, but I just don't have the the resources for it. Now, I will say, if we're talking Dream radios, any Elecraft, I would love to get my hands on an Elecraft, a KX1, a K1, or a KX2, KX3, or even the KH1. I would love to try any of those.
I'm not much into Elecraft, but I haven't really had any hands-on experience with them, so that may be why.
I'd love to have a KX2.
Yeah, the other dream piece of ham radio hardware would be the modern Morse CW paddle in OD green with orange paddles. That thing is beautiful. I want one of those so bad, but he's not making them right now. So he's making them. He just doesn't have them for sale. He's like making up a stock, and then they go live and they sell out quick, and then he makes up another batch of stock. So they're hard to get.
I've said it before, but every time I hear OD Green, I just think of Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump. That's all I can picture. Cool. Let's Tim left. How about you, Dave?
Well, I guess and my dream radio, they're not even making anymore, and that's the Kenwood TS990.
Mm-hmm.
That is an awesome radio. If I could get a hold of one, even used right now, I'd be all over it. But I'd like to be able to set up some satellite antennas here at the house.
I found you one.
More property than I have right now. I don't have the 5. See, this is your dream shack. If money was no object, because even used, you're gonna spend $5,000. Well, see, you're finding one on the eBay. That's brand new price. $10,000. That's what they sold brand new. I'm not gonna buy a used one at that price.
There's a used one for $8,000.
If you watch the Ham Fest, you can usually pick them up for about $5,000.
There's a used one for $6,500.
Yeah, that's more reasonable. But I don't have this is my dream shack. But yeah, I'd love to be able to set up for satellites and everything. And they're just the Kenwoods. If they were to get back into the ham radio side, and they never will because commercial. If they were to get back into the ham radio side full blown, they'd beat everybody with their equipment. They always have.
All they're playing with now is VHF and UHF. It seems like,
and that's probably all you'll really see, because their money is on the commercial side.
Kenwood makes awesome radios. I wish my 570 was still going. It was awesome.
That would be my dream shack, but I also need to get a little bit bigger property than the builder's lot I have right now.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I've never fooled with anything. I take it back. I've done a Kenwood TS2000 at a field day or two, but I other than that, that's all the experience with Kenwood HF that I've ever had. Yeah. So
their radios,
and that was a great radio, but you had to get the modules for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tim, let's go to you. I mean, you've already got a flag.
He already has his dream shack.
He's got the 7300 Mark II. I mean, what else could you want?
Absolutely. That's all you need, right? So, actually, about a year ago, my wife just said, "You know what? You're done. I'm kicking your butt out of the house." And she built me a building out back. It is
a he shed.
He's got his own kitchen in it.
I do.
Wow.
I have a full bathroom. I have a full shower. I have a kitchen.
Yep.
And I've got a giant room here to hang out in and do everything that I do. So I work from home. So this is where I work out of. I do YouTube videos and stuff, and that's where I do my studio. And then I've got ham radio in here too. So, radio gear racked up behind me. I don't have an amp. I do have an amp. I'm not gonna lie. It's out in the garage. I don't have it hooked up. It's an older tube amp. And so I'm looking at some more solid state stuff, and I don't have a tower. When I built the building, I looked at putting tower in, and the cost of the concrete was ridiculous. Mm-hmm. It just was cost prohibitive at that point. I've got a DX Commander out back. It works great for what I do. I can fly an infed half wave, and so I've got the ability to switch between vertical and horizontal. Both my radios have the ability to have receive antennas, so I can put a loop on the ground if I'm having problems, and it's nice. But like Andy, I do probably the large majority of my voice activations and stuff out in the field. I operate out there and I enjoy it. So on my Bronco, the back of the Bronco, I have a drop down tailgate table, and it's the IC7300 with a variety of antennas that I can operate. And when it's colder like it is now, I have a Yaesu 891 with the ATOS inside the truck that allows me to operate. But I also got, I don't know who said it. I have, here's my other.
Don't tell me that's a KX2.
That is a KX2.
Aha.
And
awesome. How much you want for that set?
Not for sale.
I was gonna say most people that got a KX2 will not give it up.
So I actually bought it from somebody here not too long ago who had bought it because he was traveling a lot and wanted it and was not ever able to stop anywhere long enough to use it. So he over the road truck driver. And so he still operates a lot, but it's with an 891 in the truck. And so he's like, it's just sitting here. So I've been wanting to do more with Morse code and everything like that. But then also because when I travel for work, the smallest radio that I've got some like the ZBit X and I've got the True SDX, but as far as a good manufactured radio, the 705, that gets a little bulky by the time you add the batteries, add the radio with the cage and everything. Next thing you know, I'm bringing an extra rollerboard with me, suitcase to carry all my electronics and stuff in. So I wanted something a little bit smaller. So it's a little tight, but that will fit in my backpack.
Yep.
And I can keep it with me. I've got in here everything but the like the POTA 20. So I don't have to have it, but I can dangle the antenna up in a tree somewhere if I need to. But
that's what I like about my 6200. I mean, I'd love to have a KX2. The 6200 I can put in a small backpack.
Yeah.
Antenna, small battery, everything to even run a external battery with it, all in one small bag to go.
So, Tim, we have a question kind of directed towards me and you here, and I won't be the best ones to answer this. It says, Marvin and Tim, I'm trying to decide whether to have a separate building or a ham shack inside the house we were building in Maine. Any thoughts or recommendations? I'll let you go with your answer first and see what you think, and I'll follow up with it.
So I was in the house for probably 8 years. At some point, my wife just said, I'm tired of all this stuff. I want to sleep. So she sent me out here. I kind of like being out here. It gives me a little refuge, and I'm not bothering her or the kids with all the other stuff, whether it was making YouTube videos or live streaming like this. So I like having the separation. Since I also work from home, it gives me some separation and gets me out of the house, gives me a different environment to be in. With that, though, from the remote perspective, because I'm not with the radio all of the time, if a storm comes through, something like that, generally you want to make sure your stuff gets disconnected and everything. And you can do this in the house too. I've got gear here that when I detect lightning within 25 miles of my home, I can power everything down. I can open up the antennas. I don't have to manually do any of that. It's done. I can power it off. And so there's some extra steps that you would probably want to consider when setting up remote like that. And Marvin, I'm sure you've got something similar.
So
at your place.
Yeah, I've got, it's a 30 by, 54 building. It's mostly shed. And then the back part of it is all kind of the studio. It's got a kitchen counter, sink, refrigerator, toilet, bath, and the whole 9 yards. I mean, bed, a chair. I can sit and watch TV. I've got, the whole 9 yards and the desk. I can fully work remote. It's got all the internet going to the building. I've got wireless access points, whole 9 yards, and I can, do all the live streaming. And again, I told you I've done the sound panels and everything in the room. So it's a lot to configure and set up. You don't obviously need that big of place to do it, but it's also kind of our garage and storage. And I've got ATVs and tractors and, other things in there as well. But one is I've got a 6-foot rack that I built, and that I bought, and I filled that with the repeater and the radios and routers and switches, and it's out of room. I mean, I've got the flex radio in there, I've got the amplifier on there, and that rack is full. I really need more space in that utility room, and I just don't have it. And the other thing is, one thing I didn't get done last year, and I wasn't 100% sure of the setup and process, and I've been warned about it, and I know about it, but I've got oh my gosh, it's not the ARRL insurance. It's It's Ham Insurance Associates, Ham Radio Insurance Associates, I think it is, HRIA. I bought extensive insurance from them for the building and all of my equipment, totaling tens and thousands of dollars. So it's one of those things. I don't have a way to disconnect antennas at the moment, and that is my most dangerous thing that I have pending. But I have lightning arresters at the tower. I've got lightning arresters coming into the building, and I've got grounding every which direction I can possibly put. So, I mean, I'm sitting really good, but I do need a way to disconnect those antennas, and I just don't. I haven't found a great way to do that yet. So that's one thing that I'm missing from my shack that I don't have. But I think having an external building, I kind of have the ability in a future job to be able to work from home as well a little bit, a couple days a week. And so it does give you that way to get away from everything else. And you don't, if you want your house to look really nice and be fine, and because my wife's the same way, kick you out. You can have all your crap, for lack of better words, in the in the shack. I don't have to worry about it. I see it. I don't have to look at it. I don't have to be a part of it. You can go do what you need out there and be done. So that's, you know, I'm along the kind of similar zone from that way, but I do like having, I mean, if you can, you want to drill a hole inside your house and everything else, that's fine. But, you know, it's if you want to have an office or you have a room separate you can dedicate to it, or maybe a basement or something, that might work out well too, Kelly. So lots of options there for you for sure. But I do like the separation myself. And I know some people are like, if you look at the Ham Radio 2.0, he has a little garden shed out back that he put a mini split in, and that's how he uses air conditioning and heating out there for that. So, you know, it doesn't have to be super fancy with the bathrooms and sinks and everything like we have, you know.
Tim's just luxurious. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah.
they thought
He's probably got a bidet in that toilet too. I
Yes,
imagine.
I do.
Hey, everybody, go over and check out Tim's channel, and you can actually find videos. He talked about everything he did and the secondary purpose,
Yes.
why they built it the way they did, which
Yeah,
was
well,
brilliant, Tim.
The one thing that I did, and
I'll
there's a
look at some of
cost. I
those.
mean, the building was like about $50,000. The reason we did it, we made it, it's an investment into the property, but I wanted to make sure, and the reason the full bathroom is here, the kitchenette and everything like that, is that I want the next owner to be able to have value in this room. So if you want to use it as a guest room, although we can't legally call it like a bedroom, we can't do it. It's not living space per se, because we'd have to make modifications to the septic system. But having a bathroom in there is perfectly fine. But if you needed to have a mother-in-law's quarters or something like that or whatever, it's here.
Yep.
You know,
Yep,
if they need
exactly.
another remote office room, I think, although a lot of people are starting to go back to the office and work, I think remote work is a permanent thing now, or at least a semi-permanent thing for a lot of people. I know for the rest of my career, I'll be working from home.
So you live in one of those unfortunate locations with building codes then.
So I'm in the county, but yeah, we do have building codes. But
I've worked in construction sales for years, and the counties with building codes are a nightmare around here.
So the building codes, you know, I was there for the whole process. The code process wasn't that hard. The only thing is that they said if this was, quote, living space, an extra bedroom, we would have to upgrade our septic system to a larger field and a larger holding tank.
Okay.
Other than that, I mean, the fact that it's just a room that I could hang out and watch TV in and do radio stuff. I could shower and toilet there all day long without any problems.
Yeah.
Well, you all bring up some interesting points. As some of you know, we're in the process of trying to sell our house, and we had a showing today, and my understanding is that the potential buyers anyway, were looking and staring at my antennas like crazy. So that I would imagine when they came in the house and was in my shack too, they were looking at my desk like, what the hell is all this stuff?
They probably saw that 7300 Mark II and are like, how the hell did he get one so early?
Probably. Just call my friends at Gigaparts, HamShackTV. But anyway, if you are doing these modifications to your home, whether it's an outbuilding or in the house itself, you do have to keep that in mind when you do go to sell. You know, what does this stuff look like to a buyer? And that's something I really haven't thought about.
So to that point, when we built the building, I had a access panel put in on the back wall here. So right behind me, you can see I've got panel up where like it's just like a telco room. So I've got stuff mounted to it, a station controller, Raspberry Pis, and stuff like that. I've got a 2-post telco rack in here, a 19-inch rack that I can mount network gear and stuff in, radios are in. And I've got that panel. So all my coax goes out through a structured port through the wall. There's the box outside. It's got a copper ground plane in it. It's got grounding wire in there, got grounding strap, and then all the feed lines go out. So it's there. May not be.
Is that a KF7P box?
It is, yes.
Yes. Those are really nice boxes. And that's what I've got on the outside of mine as well. Super sharp boxes to have. So KF7P Metalworks, you can look him up online and he'll custom make whatever box you want for him. They're not cheap boxes, but they are well worth it. So
I like what Wild Radio says here, Wild Radio 73. Sell them on emergency preparedness aspect. You're saving them money in the future. Unfortunately, I don't have access to talk to the buyers. So, yeah, that won't work.
Huh.
Yep.
So, Tim, I got one question. And, honey, if you're still listening, please pay attention here. What was the motivation for building the building? You said something your wife encouraged it or told you to do it? Or
my wife didn't just encourage it. My wife went to the bank and got the money to build it. So
that's what I wanted to hear right there.
Yes. So between work, live streaming, all the stuff that I do, ham radio, it was disruptive for her, for sleep, her schedule, stuff like that. And so, yeah, she was like, I'm done. The kids are tired of not being able to come through because you've got stuff set up on the kitchen table, recording videos, things like that. I said, yeah. So call it a marriage saver. But yeah, I did put a series of videos out last summer on there as it was built, going through the process and everything. So you can see this all the way from a frame through the whole construction phase of it and everything, and just talking about how I wanted to set stuff up and go with it.
So we're talking about an actual site-built structure, not like a Home Depot shed that you'd go buy for $20,000 or $30,000.
Right.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah. Stick-built building. So and the guys that did it here local, and they were able to match the design features of the house. So it just from the road, it kind of just looks like an extension of the house. Siding matches, roof matches.
Interesting.
Everything.
Well, we haven't heard from Tortoise Overland yet. Talk about your great Dream Shack. You got to unmute first.
Thank
Oh, it
you.
helps.
There we go. Well,
Hit that BTT button.
yeah. Right. So my ham shack, I just got some new parts for my ham shack. I mean, this is my little office here. This is all well and good, but I just got new parts for my ham shack, my dream ham shack.
That looks like that
Guys,
belongs
this-
on a steering wheel.
Looks
Of
like
an FJ Cruiser.
Correct. The because the FJ Cruiser is so modular, mine didn't come with these, but I just pop off the blank covers and put these on and plug it in, and guess what?
yours didn't come with those.
What's that?
Yours didn't. What year's yours?
07?
I had an 07 too. Mine came with those.
Yeah, but I didn't have the fully upgraded model. I've been slowly putting them all together. But because the FJ is so modular, but
He's
my
a cheap ham. What do you expect? Didn't have the fully upgraded version. No, I'm kidding.
I paid $15,000 for a truck with 150,000 miles on it. No, I am not cheap.
That let me be clear. That is not a truck. That is an SUV.
No, it's not an SUV. This is not an SUV. Sir.
My F-150 is a truck. A Tundra is a truck.
That's a truck.
That is an SUV.
That is
No,
not
the
an
FJ
SUV.
Cruiser's not an SUV.
That's a truck.
If it ain't got a bed, it's not a truck.
It's got a bed. It's just full of shit right now.
Well, it's probably closer aligned with the Jeep family of.
Sure.
Not even curse me like that, sir.
You can climb straight up a tree in one of those.
I can climb up more than a tree.
Yeah.
I've got a Tundra now and had a 2012 FJ, and I called them both trucks.
Hey, here we go. Here we go. Del Fargus. That's a porcupine.
Actually, it's more of a unicorn.
Yes. So this this little truck right here, I mean, I've got all the bands in it I need. I've got an ATES 120 Alpha off the back. I can go wherever I want, whenever I want. 4-wheel drive, 3-inch lift. I go. This is in the Allegheny National Forest just after an activation. I figured, you know what? I'm going to take a picture out in the snow. What the heck? So, but yeah, I love my truck. But this is my ham shack. You know,
SUV.
I pretty much make more voice contacts in this truck than I do at home.
So if you do a quick search, Toyota actually classifies it as an SUV.
Thank you.
Care.
You're getting double your salary, Marvin.
Get 2 times 0.
But no, I love it. And I will put that up against pretty much any Jeep.
So you're saying your dream shack, Michael, is mobile.
Subaru up against the Jeep.
Well, yeah. I've got a box in the back, and this spring I'm doing a whole lot more. I've got 200 amp hour worth of power in it. I've got a 3,000 watt. I got 3,000 watt inverter into it. I pretty much live out of that stupid thing. Why am I looking at my microphone when I talk? I pretty much live out of this stupid thing. I love it to death. And, you know, people at my wife's work is like, oh, that thing is a piece of junk, blah, blah. And my wife's like, he loves it, and he will drive that thing till the wheels fall off. It's already on its second engine because the prior owner didn't know how to change the oil. So it's 210,000 miles on it, and I'm still driving it.
Cool.
I had one. I bought it in 2007. I traded it in 8 years later with 400,000 miles on it.
Yep. There you go.
Still got $8,000 trade in.
Wow. That's crazy.
They hold their value.
That's great.
Yeah, they very hold their value.
Yeah,
I mean, I paid
12.
15. I paid 15 for one that had 150,000 miles, and it was from down south. It was from Georgia, and it had 0 rust on it. Now it's got a little bit of rust onto it. I keep the box frame clean. I keep it clean. I keep it painted, and I take care of it. But that thing will go any place I want it to go.
I had the red 2012 Trail Teams, and I bought that new. I think I paid 36 at the time for it, but I sold it after 10 years and 140,000 miles, and I sold it for 24. So, yeah, it was the worst decision I made. Honestly, I wish I had it still.
See, everybody wishes they still had theirs.
Yep.
And Josh, when you in this storm coming up this weekend, if you need me to come pull you and your little in your pop-up camper out of the snowdrift, let me know.
Yeah, pop-up campers in the yard. Now my truck is not front wheel or four-wheel drive, so I've got sandbags in the back of it. Julie brings up a really good point. I'm sitting here messing. We're
Mike and I are
chatting.
laughing.
We're in the chat, and we're talking. I said 3 weeks to Orlando, and yeah, we're excited about it. And then she has to remind me of this bullshit.
No, no. That's not yet.
You got those stickers on there yet?
Yes.
Yeah, you got the stickers on there yet, son?
I have gone and tried to find something, but I can't find a design that I like. So-
What do you want?
On Amazon, there's a bunch of people that make decals. Just tell them what you want, and they'll make it.
I don't know what I want though. That's
You just
where I'm
have-
screwed
you can
up.
dummy load.
Chat GPT or or
Julie.
Michael cracked me up with that one.
That's not BS.
Chat GPT or Gemini just generate you a nice design. Send it over to what's the folks in Missouri? What Ham Crazy? Have them get you a
Ham stuff
magnet
online.
decal. Or yeah, there you go. Ham stuff online. Does he do magnet decals?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how
There
you,
you go.
you guys are getting stuff from Ham Crazy. Nobody local can get anything from him, Andy. He won't
Oh,
respond to nobody.
We keep him
You
too
better-
busy.
You better get them stickers on it before you get to Orlando, because there's gonna be a lot of hams that might have stickers with them.
Yeah.
Julie's going.
Like Julie.
Julie's probably going to put POTA Power stickers all over the camper if I don't do that.
I got a commemorative sticker to go on there for you, Josh.
Marvin, get with Michael and have him draft me something.
Oh, he will. Oh, yeah. He did.
Nothing-
He just did a bunch for my wife for work, and they just went over crazy. I mean, he did some awesome ones. They were doing like they made over 100 pallets in one day, and so he made it where they said they just crushed it, and the pallet looked like it exploded. Whatever. I don't know how in the hell he did it. He did a great job, and it wasn't AI either. So
Wild Radio 73 said that there are probably 3 church ladies near him that have near you, Josh, that have a cricket machine. Just saying.
Well, here's what I'm looking for. I'm only going to put it on the back because I want people to see it as I'm going down the road. I don't want anything huge.
No, you need it emblazoned on the
Oh
side.
no!
Side.
We have to read it from at least 5 car lengths away.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not against that, but I don't want to put it on the sides. Is what I'm saying. I want to put it on the back. So yeah, have somebody come up with something.
It needs
If I
to be.
like it, I'll do it.
It needs to be too big to read if you're standing 6 feet away from the trailer.
I just don't want to get killed by Julie when I get to Florida here in 3 weeks.
You better have a dummy load sticker, something with dummy load in it on the back. That's what she said.
Can I use one of those erasable markers you can get at like O'Reilly's or something? Not a sponsor.
No.
Okay.
The bare minimum is Sharpie.
Plus, you can put this on your truck or on there.
Nah, I like that though. But nah. Hey, all right. Let me do mine real quick, and then we're already in overtime, folks. We're 8 minutes over.
Yeah.
Here's what I want. I am completely immersed in the ICOM. I about said something bad. ICOM ecosystem,
Hey now.
and this is what I want right here. 7760.
Yeah, that's a nice
yeah.
radio.
I have never actually put my fingers on one of these radios before, but
Beautiful
I was
radio.
very, very impressed with the 7610 that I operated at Field Day a couple of years ago.
Is that
And-
200 watts?
Yeah, these are 200.
Nice.
They don't have HDMI.
Do they not?
Nope.
Well, by the time I'm actually, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well,
They don't have anything.
No.
No video out whatsoever.
you don't need it because you can run it remote.
No.
true.
But oh wait, external
there you
display. There you go.
Oh,
It's on the back of the control head, but it's still not HDMI. It's
No.
is that DVI, I guess.
That is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, by the time I'm ever able to afford one of these, they're going to come out with a new model that's going to have HDMI, I'm sure.
Just
So that's what I want. No one here has really talked antennas tonight, which kind of surprised me. But your antenna's not technically in your shack, so I guess in fairness, the question wasn't asked.
Speaking
I
of
talked about a satellite array.
Speaking
Yeah.
of antennas, I made a contact. The bands went horrible Monday and Tuesday. Tuesday night, I made a contact on 6 meters. My first ever contact on 6 meters on a 4310 infant half wave.
I'm going to say this right now. This is the bad take of the night right here.
Oh please! Oh please!
Get out of 1995 and come on
got
over
bad
here to
news for you.
2026.
Yeah,
Hey,
What are you thinking?
HDMI is early 2000s. It's not the superior.
No, HDMI
Connection.
2.0 is supposedly coming. I don't. They
yeah,
talked
for
about
how
that
long?
last. Well, they really started pushing that last year at CES. So here we are a year later. I don't know, but ultimately, here's where everything's going. If you ask me, USB-C.
Yeah.
Everything's going USB-C at some point. Video, charging, everything. So, anyway, that's what. If money was no object, I want that radio, and I want a hex beam.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
literally tuned up 6 meters on my 756 Pro 3. It's got an internal tuner tuned up 6 meters on my 40-10 infed half wave and made CW contact with Puerto Rico. I was rather shocked.
That's good.
Wow.
That's good. Andy, let me throw it over to you here. I don't want to go too long, so if you'll keep it kind of abbreviated here, what's up with World Radio League right now? I think you said you had some
World Radio
updates.
League has some awesome stuff going on. If you don't mind, I'm just going to very briefly present my screen again, so I
Go for it.
demonstrate a couple of these things.
I'll let you get it, Josh.
What was that, Marvin?
I was going to let him take the handle and
Okay.
share it. That's all.
There you go. Can you see that?
Yep, we got it.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So we have now introduced, if you go under your logbooks tab, you always have had the QSO manager and activity log page. Now you have QSO map page. This is all of your contacts on one map, filterable by the same filters you have in QSO manager. So you've got all those filters here. You also can add map labels. So, you can turn these on or off. Call sign, distance, band mode, grid square, or country flag. You can turn on these map labels. Max number of contacts, you can set that here. And you have a date filter here as well. So really extraordinarily cool map. The developer that works on this is very good at this stuff and really did an amazing job. He's got more enhancements coming. So if you take a look at our map shares, see the next new feature. Let me increase the height of this just a tad. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. There we go. Okay. I've got too many tabs open, and so it's and I'm live streaming, so it's wanting to be slow on me. Oh, I know what I got. I've got half a dozen things slow in this.
Come on, that Mac Studio is supposed to do better than that.
It's my network, not my Mac Studio. Let me do this.
Don't believe it.
Let me do this. There we go. Okay. So let me just use this as an example. This is my NAQP log. So if I go to map, share map, you can see when it brings up my map share options here in just a second. Yeah, this is running a lot faster. There we go. Now I can click this adjust map position button. And if for some reason you don't like the way it was set, now you can just reposition it, zoom in, zoom out, whatever you want to do, and click capture. And it will save that in that spot for you, and now you can share it. So another extraordinarily cool enhancement.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Winter Field Day, all of the enhancements are now live. I think we've got like a couple of last-minute things we're going to push. They might have even pushed them today. I'm not sure. But Winter Field Day enhancements are live, so this is really big. We got a new picture here, Marvin. So we gave your picture back. 512 people enrolled so far, and we're expecting a huge spike Friday into Saturday morning. So go get enrolled right away. And let's see here. Yeah, we've got all the rules on that page. We go over here to your logbook. You can see now.
I was just giving you crap about that, Andy.
Oh yeah, of course I know. It was absolutely. I was saying that in jest. So if you go over here, you've got your objectives are over here on the side now, so you can check or uncheck your objectives right here.
Beautiful.
Yeah. You can add those up. And we've got this really streamlined template. I also built, there's a template that wanted, okay, this is the template actually that I built. There's a club that wanted this really streamlined template. So if you want to, the super streamlined, all you've got call sign, category section, band and mode. So you can set band and mode and leave them. And you're just operating out of these 3 fields. You can just use the sport logger template. Otherwise, we have a default winter field day template that works with this. So, but yeah, this is just super streamlined, super easy to use for winter field day. So, sport logger is the name of that template. We'll have, once the contest starts, we'll have all these stats will start to fill in, and we'll have a leaderboard that starts to fill in as well. And we've got leaderboard by all contacts or by each category. So, that's listed here. And of course, these scores will, I was doing some testing, but these scores will all reset to 0 at the beginning of the contest. If you view scoring breakdown, let me just, I think that, did I show you guys this last week? I can't remember. I don't think I did. Maybe I did. If I log N0WRL, 1H in Golf Alpha, and we're on SSB, log the contact. You can see here it flagged OK on the category and section. Now, if I try to do KE6GAE, say I try to put 1 alpha in here, it will flag it red. It says that's not valid. So
nice. Thank you, Andy.
Yeah.
We won't come up with like 1 Charlie because somebody thinks they're doing summer field day or something.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
So that's going to be huge. That's awesome.
Now, see, I've got station call sign and operator call sign. Like I said, I was doing some testing. So I have LU5EZO in here. I'm going to change this to N0APX for this contact and log it. Station call sign is the club. If you're part of a club, this is the call sign, but this is the call sign you're using on the air. If you're part of a club and you've got an individual that's doing their, that's running the station for a little while, they put their call sign here. That's not stored across your whole account. That's stored locally on that device. So each station that operator can put their call sign here, and it will log those contacts under that operator's call sign. But it will apply that operator's call sign to that contact. And so I'll show you what that does. Let's go over here. If I view scoring breakdown, you can see that's giving me no points because we're outside of the contest window. But if you go over here to statistics, you can see contacts by operator, and it will give you a breakdown of how many contacts each of your operators in your club make. So, and you also have, of course, the breakdown here with multipliers and all that good stuff.
Do you have something similar for the section on like you did on the whatever it is? I totally lost it. Sorry. You know what I'm talking about? So the section. So when you go to the section tab, because it's not always state, right? I mean, some states have multiple sections in them. California,
MDC,
yeah, Western New York. I mean, so not everybody might not know all of the abbreviations.
Oh, so you're saying on the flags here? Well, I mean, like whether flags are either good or bad. Is that what you're saying?
No. Well, yeah, flag. Right. So
so if I put Foxtrot Lima in there, it says no, that's not right. You have to put North Foxtrot Lima in there, and it'll work.
Does it give them some suggestions?
It does not give them a drop down. That is something we'll be implementing as I think as the year progresses. We've got something like that for some of the state QSO parties, and that will be that should be implemented. Yeah,
but
it won't be here for Winter Field Day. But
is there a reference sheet so if they don't know that?
Good call, Tim. That's a great idea.
There's like 3 or 4 sections in California, right?
Yeah. Go ahead.
On our Winter Field Day website, go out to winterfieldday.com, and you can go over to resources. And on the left-hand side, there's operating aids.
Okay.
And under operating aids, there is a link to all the different rack sections there that you can download and get a printable PDF document showing all the rack sections available. So the other thing is, real quick, is talking about different call signs, and you're talking about clubs, is our Winter Field Day call sign is now into WFD.
Oh,
so
awesome.
we're into Winter Field Day, and one of our board members will be operating it out of Texas on Saturday. Yeah. So go have fun with that one. So try and find into really WFD. Cool. Yeah.
Do we get like a times 10 multiplier for working him?
No. Tim, did you find that document?
Which
Were you looking at for that resource of all the different?
Oh no, I was asking if they had integrated something into the logging
we haven't
program.
integrated that yet. That will be coming in a future update, I'm sure. But yeah, that's right now. You'll just look up the resource documentation. Marvin pointed you right to it. So, but yeah, that is something we'll absolutely looking at integrating. So, yeah, for sure. That's most of our Winter Field Day updates. I'm sure I'm missing something there, but that's a lot of them. We've also added this lock icon to the mode. So if you're in a region other than the US band plan, and the frequency, like you put in a frequency and it goes to the wrong mode, just lock your mode down where you want it and it won't change when you change your frequency. What else we did? We did a lot this week. I'm not remembering everything off the top of my head that we did this week, but join us at the World Radio League live show, the World Radio League show every Monday at 2 p.m. And we cover all kinds of updates, news updates, propagation forecast, all kinds of stuff we cover on that live stream. And yeah, we did a propagation forecast for this week, and Winter Field Day should be absolutely amazing. Should be great propagation for Winter Field Day. So we're really excited about that. Yeah, that's I think that's pretty much everything for me right now. Looks like band conditions are on the improving side. They're not great yet, but they're getting there slowly but surely. So yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us this evening, Andy, the space weather man.
Andy, have I bent your ear on the spotting page for POTA?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I noticed the other day when I was live streaming that well, I mentioned it. I've noticed it before, but just in general, being able to filter out countries or regions that may not be of interest. Like on 40 meters, I don't care about really anything outside of like the United States, Canada, and Mexico, or North America in general. But if I am on like 20 and 10, I would be more concerned about Europe and stuff, and being able to filter out the European stations on 40.
Like that,
Tim, that's why you should join the stream on Monday night, so you can let him on Mondays afternoons, so you can let him know all about it.
Yeah, I work today.
Some people have jobs.
So do I.
Tell me in the comments on the live stream, and I will either demo how it works, or I'll tell you that we'll probably look into it right away. But there you go. I just did a station location filter for United States, Canada, and Mexico. There you go.
Okay.
Boom.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is that something new, Andy?
No, that's been there. You just go to this filter.
He says that it's a typical software developer. It's been there the whole time.
Exactly.
You didn't. What he meant to say was you did not go back and read the notes fact page that we published on our obscure website about that.
You just go here to station location under the filter button, station location, and you put in whatever countries you can put in, however many countries you want to in there.
That has not been there forever, Andy.
Oh, it's
That's
been there for a very long time.
Dave.
It's been there I think it's been there for at least 8 months, probably.
Yeah. Okay.
User interface, Jamp Scan.
It's
User
in the,
interface.
It's in the change log.
What's that?
It's in the published change log.
Oh dear Lord!
Right?
Dear Lord, help us!
Got to give you a hard time, Andy.
Oh Lordy!
All right,
when's the desktop app coming out?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, February is the plan. So,
all right, let's appreciate that, Andy. Great work, by the way. There's a lot of good improvements that I just heard tonight.
I think, Josh, you might have a coupon code.
I do. Take a look down below there, folks. WorldRadioLeague.com. Coupon code HamShackTV gets you 10% off paid memberships. Maybe you're unsure. You get to try it out for free. They have a free tier option. I prefer the paid methods, though, because there's so many extra features that you get with the paid methods. So go check it out. WorldRadioLeague.com. Coupon code HamShackTV.
If you're wanting to participate in Winter Field Day, you do not need a paid membership. Play with it over Winter Field Day and see if it's something that you want to upgrade, but it's totally free, completely free to use.
Excellent point.
We are releasing a whole bunch of Parks on the Air instructional videos on YouTube, collaboration between the Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League channels. And I'm getting ready to make my my inaugural appearance as Professor Andy, I suppose. So from Ham Radio Prep. So watch for those videos coming out. Professor Jim's done a ton. James is going to do a few. I think he already has one out, and I'm going to do 3 or 4. So it's a lot of fun. And we also released a video on POTA safety. Come to the Monday live stream next week, and I plan on showing that one. It's crazy. It's very rare that we can actually get this kind of a clip, but somebody sent us a clip of they survived, but their POTA antenna hit the power line, and it was insane. So
well, we lost somebody at the beginning of the year that didn't.
They have
survive,
it, yeah,
right?
I know. They've got it on video. The only reason they survived is because they had a ground mesh under their antenna. So I think that's the only reason they made it. So I will show that video likely next Monday, 2 p.m. Join me there. It's really a really fun stream. I hope you guys come. It's a great time. The World Radio League show, 2 p.m. Central Time, every Monday.
And if you're like me and several of the others here and have to work during that time period, Team Replay, y'all. It's
Absolutely.
there.
Team Replay. We love Team Replay.
It's there.
Note to self: do not erect an antenna mast near power lines.
Exactly.
Bingo. And definitely don't do that this weekend. All right, let's do a quick go around and wrap it up here, and we'll get out of here. We are 26 minutes overtime, so we'll start next to me. Marvin, what's coming up? Anything you got to add? That kind of thing. You got a lot to add, I'm sure.
I do, real quick. So I did get a video out today. It's on YouTube. It'll be released tomorrow, I think. I'm doing a new quick on my channel. I'm doing some Shack Smarts. These are, I'll call it 7 to 8 minute podcast about tidbits, hints, and Shack Smarts, things that will make you more efficient in your ham radio operating. The first one's out on Podbean right now. You can go listen to it. So you should be able to pick it up on any of the other Apple platforms or Spotify, those sort of things. Winter Field Day is this weekend. If your club is canceled, whatever, just go operate from home, operate from indoors. Go use World Radio League as your logger. Download their integration for their cat control for their radios, and try them out if you haven't tried them before. And trying to think what else is out there. That's off the top of my head. I know we got to make it short, but I think that's about it for now. So anyway, thanks again for a great show, guys, tonight. I think this was really fun. A lot of good comments in the chat as well. So thanks for joining us as well here each and every week on HamShackTV. So
appreciate that. And just adding on to Marvin's point there, if you are going to work from home, be mindful of your resources. If you lose power, you want gas in that generator. Yep. So just keep that in mind.
Winter Field Day, team one hotel.
It might be, yes.
Over to Levi. What you got coming up this week, and any final thoughts?
Not a whole lot. I'm just a working man. So a lot of work going the rest of this week. Unfortunately, my Winter Field Day plans got foiled by work, so I will be there most of the weekend. I do want to say thank you for bringing me on and allowing me to, share and participate in the group. I really appreciate that. Had a blast. Hope to do it again in the future. If there was anything in my shack that you were interested in, I do have a video on my channel. Check it out. It's got links for most of the stuff, or at least the interesting stuff.
It's a great video
in the description. So yeah, that's about all I got. Thanks for the support, and I appreciate you bringing me on tonight.
Yeah, it's been fun having you, Levi. You are welcome here any time.
Thank you.
Andy, you're next.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we've been hammering away World Radio League Ham Radio Prep. We've got some videos coming out. We just finished producing a video on POTA hunting that I recorded, and I've also got a CW activation video. But just quick side note, if you want to learn CW, try hunting POTA contacts on CW. I keep saying that, but it's really a great way to learn. But anyway, Personally, I'm probably going to be snowed in for like a few days starting tomorrow evening. From the sound of things, they've got us predicted for 7 to 14 inches, which I hope is on the upper end of that. I'm kind of excited about it. So, yeah, I am planning on probably live streaming during Winter Field Day, at least on Saturday, and really looking forward to that. And maybe, Marvin, if you're home and you want to come on the live stream, you know, you're absolutely welcome to do that, even if it's for just a few minutes. So, be glad to see you. And
I'll message you.
yeah, okay, sounds good, awesome. And yeah, we've be sure and update your mobile app before you get started in Winter Field Day. We've got all the Winter Field Day changes out on the mobile app. So, yeah, it just planning on having a relaxed and enjoyable Winter Field Day 2026 from my home station here, and watching the leaderboard and making as many contacts as I can.
Awesome. That's exciting stuff. Tim, you're next.
I'm not sure. I will be live streaming and out in the truck for Winter Field Day.
Cool.
I live streamed through this snowmageddon we had last year, so I'm not too concerned about it. But I will be safe. If I need to come and operate from home, I will. But other than that, I've had a few comments on videos of mine. You know, will this thing do this? Will this do that? So I think what I'm going to do is probably use those as short video ideas to basically answer those questions. I figure if one person's got the question, I'm sure other people have that question also. So I'll be doing a series of those and getting ready for Orlando.
Yeah, I want the warm weather, but I don't want Dayton just yet. Let's do Orlando
Tim,
first.
You're going to be live streaming safe in the truck. Will the ATOS work?
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to go probably with the spool antenna again. I've used it for the last 2 Sunday live streams, and it's worked great. And I'll probably have the 7300 Mark II in the truck with me. I've got about 500 amp hours of battery in the Bronco, so I'll get a couple hours out of it at least.
And Marvin, you didn't see the stream. You say, "Oh yeah, it'll work." It actually froze. Tim couldn't get it to work one morning. It was that cold when he was out in the park.
Yeah, it was
really
4 below zero.
It froze up.
Out. So
I have never had mine freeze up yet, and I'm obviously up here in Northeast, and it's also Minnesota, Wisconsin. I've never had it freeze up on me yet, oddly enough.
Crazy.
So interesting.
Yep.
Cool.
No, I brought it back inside, let it warm up, and do it on a power supply, and moved it up and down, and everything worked fine, and I haven't had any problems with it since.
Wow.
So.
Super Dave, you're next.
Well, I think what I'm going to do, I've had a lot of people ask me about the alpha antenna, so I'm going to do a video on how I've got it to where I can deploy it pretty quick, show how I use it. Also going to show it used in the vertical configuration, because I've had a lot of questions about it. So that's what my next video is going to be about. It's going to be how to set up and ways you can actually put marks on it to make it easier to deploy quickly. So you're at close to the length that you need, and then just try to stay warm this weekend.
As you should. And I have one question for you real quick. And everybody, Prep Ham Prawl brings out a great point here. What a cool background that Super Dave has tonight. I love that background. But the one question I've got for you is, do you have your coax disconnected?
Oh no, I love to go fly. I saw that and I nope, that's perfect. The lightning's flying through the sky. I'm still gonna get out there and try to activate.
He's got 2 towers out behind him. Wow, that's quite a setup.
Dave likes to tempt fate. That's what he's
exactly.
Yeah.
No, I could be a smart aleck like that because Tim, 2 years ago, yeah, it'll be 2 years ago. 3 now, because it was 2023. I was putting a 0.5 antenna up. Didn't even have it connected. Got it up on the mast. I was going to put it in the backyard. never connected nothing to it, and took a lightning strike through it. That lightning found old cable coax from a satellite dish, buried underground, and traveled to the house through it.
Oh, geez.
Oh wow.
I got lucky. It just took out some electronics and stuff like that, garage door opener. But I mean, that traveling to, and luckily where that cable was, I think part of why it didn't get as bad in the house, I think it went to the earth ground that was right there at the power box.
They make a good point in the chat. They said we are talking about our dream shack. I mean, a lightning resistant radio. There you go.
Yeah. That's a dream for sure.
Right.
All right. Let's go down to Michael. What you got coming up? Anything cool?
Well, yeah, I'm going to be doing lots of plowing this weekend. The work plow truck will be engaged come Sunday into Monday and possibly Tuesday. Going to be on a emergency alert because, for public safety radios, et cetera, and police departments and fire departments is the ones that we take care of. And I am going to try to do Winter Field Day. Marvin, can I unregister my mobile and make it a house?
Yeah,
Winter Field Day?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you should have. So there's two things. You should have received a link, and you can go in and change it or send go to our Winter Field Day page, winterfieldday.com, and just send us an email saying, "Hey, I need to change my location from here to here," and we'll make the change on our back end. So I've been swamped in emails the last 2 days taking care of such issues like this. So the other thing I want to mention, Mike, I got you on the line before I go back to you, is I did my first PSK31 message today because I'm actually sending on 20 meters, I'll be sending the digital and the voice message for the Winter Field Day bulletin, which will happen. Go check out our webpage. I don't remember the exact hours off the top of my head. It's like 1 o'clock and 6 o'clock Eastern times, but it's based on UTC. But I did my first PSK31 message today, making FL Digi work. That was super freaking cool, and I loved it. And it was with one of the people in the chat this evening, Kay out of Pennsylvania, and that was super fun. So we're going to be doing our Winter Field Day message via PSK31, and it's talking about safety a little bit too as well. But you can certainly change it. If anybody else needs to change their location, just send us a help desk or follow that link that you got in your original email.
Well, I see your background, so I'm thinking that you're in Worcester.
I'm in like Southampton, here in Massachusetts. So
if you need snow blowed out or pulled out, give me a call. I'll drive up there and come and get you.
Just use coupon code HamShackTV. He'll give you a discount.
But yeah,
that's going to get old at some point if it isn't already.
I'm going to try
to get a snowblower. I've got a snowblower. I'm good.
Okay. I'm going to try to get out this weekend and do something with Winter Field Day. Obviously, I'm going to be in the house for most of it. I'm going to say this. If you haven't prepared for this storm coming up through from Texas all the way up to New England, you're late. Make sure you have gas, gasoline, propane, whatever you need for your generators. Make sure you have your wood for your wood stoves, pellets for your pellet stoves, oil for your furnaces.
Hey, that's worthy of a clip right there.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right, let's.
I guess
I couldn't. I'm sorry. I had to show that right away.
I was dying. I was dying. Sorry, Michael. Finish, please. That's what you're saying is very important, though.
Yes,
make sure you have emergency contacts. Make sure you have a way to talk to somebody. If you don't have amateur radio, which I'm going to guarantee most of you do that are watching this stream right now, make sure there's going to be a storm. Cute. Not in Arizona.
Yeah, he's at Quartz Fest where it's
he's at Quartz
66 degrees.
Exactly. But yeah, make sure you guys have ways to talk. I mean, even if you have a Starlink, mini Starlink, something, Make sure that you have point of contacts, et cetera, and you guys are prepped for food and everything else, because for some of the ice that's coming up through, it's gonna be harsh.
So,
and they're talking about some areas 1 to 1.5 inches of ice.
Well, you saw that one model run that, even though I discounted it, but that one model run had 3 inches of ice in Georgia.
yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. But that's gone north a little bit now, though, too. That moved north. Ryan Hall just did one 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. It is moving north, but it is going to be ice from Texas all the way up into Kentucky, into Virginia even. It's going to be harsh, and y'all need to prepare. If you're preparing now, you're preparing too late, because it's going to start tomorrow morning, and it's going to head to the northeast, and it's going to be my neck of the woods Sunday morning.
Yep.
So
Hey,
It's going to start tomorrow, West Texas and New Mexico.
real quick, talking about communications and stuff. Something I remembered from Thomas K4SWL. That's his call sign. When he was dealing with the stuff during the hurricane down in Appalachia, Wi-Fi calling for your cell phones, you have to be connected to a cellular carrier through the cellular network to be able to enable Wi-Fi calling.
Yes.
For the first time. If you are not, if you're waiting, if something happens and your infrastructure goes down, and you have not enabled Wi-Fi calling, it will not work until you can connect to directly to a switch through the phone system. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you get your Wi-Fi calling enabled. You can turn it off. It just, you have to have it enabled to once on the network before you can switch over to it.
I just found out that I have satellite texting on my Pixel Pro 10.
iPhone's going in that direction too.
Oh,
so
yeah.
All right, let's put a bow on it, guys. If you'll hang out just a minute, we'll have a short debrief, not long. Appreciate everybody watching tonight. Of course, we're 46 minutes over now, so appreciate your patience. Most of you stuck around, and I appreciate y'all sticking around. Hey, one thing I wanted to do really quickly before we go. Those of you that stuck around, I want to give y'all a reward for sticking around. I can't do this every week, but I'm going to give 5 free channel memberships out right now. And let's see who gets them. Those 5 people are Terry Bailey, Terry with a Tango, KQ4MDM. Good to see him in here. Dadupa, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Tracy Kennedy, KE9CKM, and Waterhead 1027. Congratulations, you all. You have been gifted channel memberships. It means you have access to the exclusive HamShackTV emojis, as well as any videos that I have pre-recorded and pre-posted. You get access to them before they post. I'm behind. I have nothing in the can at the moment. We'll try to fix that, especially if I have more time this weekend because of the snow. But anyway, folks, got a lot of stuff coming up. We're going to, don't know what next week's stream is about yet. We'll figure that out later. But we've got here in, 3 weeks, we're going to have the chairman and the commercial co-chair of Orlando Hamcation on the channel. Yes, folks, we're about to go into Hamfest season. I'm excited about that. Get ready for the HamShackTV Hamfest Tour, 2nd annual, fueled by Ham Radio Prep and World Radio League. We appreciate those guys. Again, World Radio League is tonight's sponsor. Please go check out worldradioleague.com. Use coupon code HamShackTV, get you 10% off their paid memberships. Guys, please stay safe in this severe weather that's coming through, the severe winter weather. Please use common sense. Stay alert. Pay attention to the National Weather Service and stuff like that. I want to give a word of warning, though, and my friend James Fan, W4OW, or WO4W, would also share this sentiment. Heard Ryan Hall and a few others mention tonight. Please don't believe everything you read on social media about this winter storm. Some of it is sensationalized because, just like me, we're out here to get clicks and views. That's just part of the business model, unfortunately. So have multiple sources to get your forecast from: local TV, National Weather Service, and maybe some folks on YouTube or something like that. So just be safe. Use common sense. Do not use your generator in the house, please. I hope you all are smart enough to know better than to do that. And also, be thinking about preserving any gasoline that you have, or diesel for that matter, in a generator, just in case you lose power. You may need that resource for the power outage, not necessarily a ham radio competition. So anyway, I'm enough lecturing. Appreciate everybody watching. Y'all are fantastic. Love everybody to death. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Share the video out with somebody. Let's get as many people watching Hamshack TV. By the way, we didn't hit 11,000 tonight, at least not yet. 10,981 subscribers. We'll probably get there tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. 73 AA4WX WSCB 693.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right,
There's your bonus clip for the week. Appreciate everybody. Y'all have a good night.